en la ciencia.
Look at Randy Orton slithering. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
I always get fucking locked in on the intros. Alright. Welcome to another episode of Bro Science MMA. Of course, I'm here with Brandon.
But
We got
shirt stain on today.
somebody's a little embarrassed.
Cameron roasted me and that shit hurt.
Oh shit, yeah. He gave you that Bert Kreischer.
Yeah. I was like,
I get
damn,
it.
that is someone's gimmick.
We have a very interesting guest today. Our friend Ryan.
Hello, boys.
Show him your bling, dude. I fucking love that shit so much, bro. Every time
pick it up, I'm sure.
Of course, bro.
It's kind of small. No, one of them actually just fell off. I was eating a fucking Oreo the other day, and I thought my chip tooth for a second, and I was like, or my tooth chipped for a second, and I was like, what the fuck? And then like, I took it out, and it was my damn gem. So I'm like, damn it.
Damn.
I know. I got to get it re-glued on.
Do you just bejewel that shit right on?
No.
He has his little sister do it. Come here.
Oh my god.
Damn. Nah, I think it was
It's like that fucking the cement that they use
Cement?
for braces.
for
Like,
braces.
you know, they,
so,
like,
yeah,
will-
like that putty.
Yeah, it's probably not as
Never had
strong though
braces.
because that shit popped right off. So I'm like,
I mean, it's hard because it's small too.
yeah.
How long did it rock on there?
Honestly, it was on for a couple months because I got it
Oh,
when
damn.
we first like reopened. So I think it was in like June, the beginning of June, or maybe it was even earlier than that.
Yeah,
now
I
that
might
think
get one.
about
Yeah,
it.
that shit's hard, bro. It goes hard. Every time he talks to you, bro, it's just like ding ding. Come on, bro. I've been smiling all the time, bro. Stuff like this.
Got a grill.
Always.
pendeja.
I got myself a new grill.
Like an actual girl.
For real?
No. Thing when I got I was like, imagine if I did one on every tooth, it would kind of look like a grill.
Yeah.
Yeah. It looks like
There's different ways of doing it too. Like my coworker, she got one. Basically, it was just like a bunch of little ones clustered, and it kind of looked almost like a disco ball, you know,
oh wow, just like on one tooth.
on one tooth. Yeah. And I was like, that actually looks pretty sick. I kind of like that.
Damn, that would actually look pretty dope.
Damn, bro.
Got your whole tooth.
My bro, your buck tooth, just two fucking
Yeah.
diamonds, son.
Yeah.
Get my
That shit
snaggle
would go hard.
tooth.
You got vampire fangs.
Hell
That
yeah,
might
that's
go.
what I'm saying. I want to put them on my fangs,
The canines.
the
Mhm.
nines. Just always smile sideways.
I always thought those were so dope. When I was younger, I was like, I could not wait to get my canines. I was like, I can't wait for them to grow in and have
You can open bottles?
vampire teeth, bro. Come on. I was like obsessed with Twilight at the time. I was like, fuck.
Is it true that just gay people fuck with vampires heavy?
That's a valid question,
No,
bro.
that's actually a very valid question because
Because yes, yeah.
I guess so because like I was obsessed with Twilight when I was a kid, and then as I got a little older, I don't know if you guys ever heard of the show True Blood.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Never watched it, but yeah.
It's like a show about vampires, and you know it's all violent and sexy and like
Shout out True Blood.
yeah. Honestly, no, that show's a good fucking show.
Shout out
If you
blood and
guys-
sexiness.
If you guys do have the time to watch it, I suggest watching it. Like if you
True
have
Blood.
HBO Go or something, yeah, watch it. Or Prime Video, you can watch it on Prime Video
Is
too.
it one
yeah.
of
Okay,
those
I
like
got Prime.
7-season type shows?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
It's
for
like 7
sure.
or 8 seasons or something like
Yeah.
that. And honestly, the ending was kind of sad but spectacular at the same time.
Nice.
But there was a common joke. Well, it was on Family Guy once. They were talking about True Blood, and he was like, "Oh, it's a show for rich gay people or something like that." And I started fucking dying. I was like, "Oh my god!" So yeah, I think the gays are a little into vampires.
It makes sense to me because like
yeah,
it's a little homoerotic. Like
it
the
very much is.
man with the
The
on your
fangs,
neck. It's like
Yeah.
yeah.
all paley and all sexy and dark.
I'm
Like,
like, you could
I
buy
get
me,
it.
daddy.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, just if I turn into one of y'all, that's it. That's it, bro. That's my.
That's it.
Being a vampire
You
sounds
become a
kinda
vampire, you become gay
dope.
automatically.
Dang.
So
dude.
what would it be? Werewolf or vampire?
Vampire.
Yeah, I mean, I guess.
I've never heard gay people rant about werewolves.
I mean,
Personally,
But if you think about it, though, Teen Wolf was kind of super homoerotic too.
it was
Teen
but-
Wolf, I feel like was
Little
more for
shower
the girls,
scenes and
though.
stuff. I definitely watched Teen Wolf,
Yeah, I would say it's
and
up
I
there,
definitely
but
watched it because there were hot guys on it, not for any other.
Oh,
fucking
100%.
reason.
It's
But
like
I
the
did like
only
the story
one.
too.
like Teen Wolf's kind of like a outlier. You know what I mean? Like vampire has a whole like catalog.
Mm.
Like wolf people can't go that far.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
only so much they can do.
Yeah, you can only run with that.
Pretty much the wolves in like every like vampire movie or show, they're usually weaker than actual vampires. So.
Vampires always do
Kind of like furry too, a little bit.
Yeah, it is a little. Yeah, I think. Oh my god, furries! Oh Jesus!
Have you ever encountered one?
You know, I feel like I have once. After a rave, we were
Right.
walking back to the car, and some dude had on like this Naruto like get up. I don't know what it was, but I was like,
Brandon?
I would know.
but I told him I was
Wish I
like,
was there.
"Oh, hey man, I really like your outfit," and he was like, "Oh, thank you," and like we're just chit chatting about the show, and he fucking asked me, he goes, "Are you a furry?" I go, "What?" And then he asked me again, but I didn't really understand. But I was like, "Oh no!" And then like I walked away, and I go up to Jared, and I was like, "What the fuck did he just ask me?" And he was like, "Asked you if you were a furry," and I was like, "Oh."
Oh, no.
Did you know what that was?
I didn't know what it was. Yeah,
Oh,
I
okay.
just couldn't clearly hear what he was saying because, like, my
He was like,
eardrums were all blown out and shit from the
I
concert.
like to think he was like
and,
whispering it.
I feel like he was.
Furry?
I like, are you also a furry? Like,
Meanwhile, this
Please.
was fucking tripping and shit. He's like, he's like, yeah.
I was just like, look, I was
Damn.
like, I don't do all that, but I do think that I get a kick out of that furry shit. Sometimes I go on TikTok and I search up furry TikTok
Yeah.
and look at how cringe and fucking weird it is.
It's
Mm.
weird. I can't help but like I always try to be like an open-minded person. So like I'm always like it's whatever, like that's what you want to do, cool. But I just can't help like it's just a little cringy, dude. It just
It's
is.
so cringy.
And I feel like the furry community would totally come for my neck right now. Hearing me say all that.
Don't fucking bite me.
Literally,
Fuck.
fucking furries.
What would be your animal of choice?
If I was a furry?
Like, what
I feel like
animal
it'd
do you
have to be
think you
something
are?
Dope.
I think I would be like probably a wolf or something. I could see that.
I feel like
Anybody
bear
doesn't
is
wanna
an
be a
obvious
werewolf.
choice for me, but
Or
I
a
want to go
fox.
outside the lines. I want to be like a dragon or something cool.
Yes, fucking. bad.
What about you?
I'm Charizard.
Yeah,
Charizard?
ooh, that'd be dope.
Jesus.
Charizard would be pretty cool. Me,
Honestly,
I'd be like,
Ooh, a turtle would be kind of cool, actually. Too.
It's supposed to be a furry, not a fucking.
They do all kinds of animals,
reptile?
though.
Yeah, literally that's a reptile.
They do like birds and shit too.
Do they do birds?
I think they do like weird shit.
They do. It's
And
pretty
they do
open.
sexual stuff with it
Bro,
too.
I'll
and
show
that
up with
kinda
a
trips me
shark.
out.
Yeah.
It's like you're imagining you're a cartoon and you're imagining you're fucking another cartoon.
Or you're imagining you're an animal fucking an
Literally,
animal.
yeah, that part too. I'm like, and honestly, I don't know how the fuck they walk around in them goddamn suits.
Well,
Like,
they're
No, how
not
they
in LA.
fuck in those suits. You know how hot it is just in
God.
Well,
general?
what if you're like in a? Because I know like one of the biggest
hot with
furry
no clothes
cons.
on.
I don't know why. I know this.
Exactly.
But it's like in Minnesota or something like that.
Probably, I was gonna say
Keep going.
And the term is
You
called
seem to know a
yiffing when you
lot.
fuck.
Oh my god.
That's facts.
Wait, what?
You take
Time
that
out.
home.
You went fast right there. The term to fuck is called what?
Yiffing.
Yiffing?
Yiffing.
When you furry fuck.
When you furry?
When you furry fuck.
You're yiffing.
You're yiffing.
I don't know if that's the joke name.
I mean, I
maybe
fucked-
it's the joke name, but
I fucked a few furry guys, but
Wow.
not actual furries.
not in the suit.
No, not no suit.
You're like, you got.
So you like hairy men?
I mean, I'm not like against it. I guess I can just, like I can go either way. Like it's just
Mhm.
hair, like whatever. They're hot. They're hot.
So it's not a preference or a
For
negative.
some people, it probably is. No, I'm sure
Yeah.
there are some people that prefer like, oh, I like a smooth body, or oh, I like a bunch of hair.
A
And,
fucking
like,
dolphin.
There's so many terms for that, right? Yeah, like dolphin and bear and
there's like
otter.
Yeah, otter's like a skinny, like
Bear.
furry.
Yeah.
Yeah, a skinny bear essentially is what it would be. But like, I don't know. I don't really have like.
like a kink, like in that sense.
Yeah, I don't really have anything out of the ordinary that like I'm like, oh, I prefer this or I prefer
You're just like a
that.
good looking. person.
I just like a sexy person, honestly. Like it's not even yeah,
I agree.
like they don't have to, it doesn't matter like
I like hairy chicks.
she got armpit hair, she gets extra points.
You don't like white girls? Shout out white girls.
It's not like I'm no white girls allowed, but it's
I
like
think you turned your mic off.
the bottom of my preference list. No, it's
Mm.
blondes mostly.
Blonde. Okay.
You like blondes or
I
you
don't.
don't like blondes?
I don't care.
Yeah, I'm
like
kind
they
of
could
like
be
a-
hot enough, and I'm like, yeah, she's hot.
I'm like a no
Objectively-
white boy policy too. Like
Oh,
I don't
wow.
really, like I can't really think
Me
of many
too.
blonde men that I find like attractive. Like I don't know, it's just not for me. I guess like
I
not
don't
my
know. I see
preference.
blonde chicks, and I'm like, it's just like boring. I guess is the best way I can say. Like,
there's
'cause
no
it's like-
flavor.
it's always advertised. Like, it's like I don't know. It feels like disingenuous, like a part of the like she's trying to be a magazine cover, but like you're not. You know, like
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like I feel like sometimes though, like a lot of people do like associate light
Zac
skin,
Efron.
light hair with attractiveness. Which
Why is there a
I don't
dick up there,
entirely
bro?
understand.
Zac
What the
Efron.
hell is this? What are we
You
looking
telling me
at?
this isn't a good-looking dude right here?
Yeah, he's hot. I'd fuck him for sure.
Zac
It's weird that you
Efron?
didn't even search this up. It's just in your history.
Is he even white though? What is he?
Zac Efron?
He's definitely white.
He's a white boy
You
for
think he's
sure.
white?
You might-
Probably.
You might
put-
argue
I
like
put
I'm
sexy white
part
boys in.
whatever, but like you're white.
He might
dog.
have something mixed in there, I feel like, but I mean, he does
So does
mostly look
everybody.
white. Okay, he's cute too. Okay, but he has dark hair though and dark
Yeah.
features. So
You're talking about like a blondie, huh?
like a blonde, like pale skin,
Like a this type shit, right?
yeah. I mean, he's still hot, but like,
He's hot, but he looks like a dude.
yeah. I mean, I didn't say I
He looks
would.
like a Brad.
I didn't say I wouldn't
Yeah.
fuck a white boy. I just probably would never see myself with
Ah,
one
that makes sense.
in particular.
What about Slim Shady here?
It is
You
Latino.
know, he's kind of cute actually. Yeah, he probably could pass for some sort of
Yeah, it's not white.
Latino race or whatever.
Oh, what about my man's here?
Who's I
Well,
can't
he's
see.
definitely not white.
That-
He's definitely not
Oh,
white.
Yeah, I mean he's hot too. Shit. Like I
Anthony
said,
Joshua.
I taste all flavors of the rainbow.
He's from Britain. What
There's
about
plenty to go around?
I love to make boys cry. Okay.
I need that shirt actually.
Oh my lord.
Dude, what's up with that
Definitely need
romper,
that
bro?
shirt.
Show me that romper.
What?
What
Left.
romper?
Go up a little, right above that one. Yeah,
Oh,
doggy.
thick one.
Hey, order me
Yeah.
That's like
that
a whole ass like fucking undergarment.
outfit.
Yeah, this looks like an underwear,
Yeah, it's
right? Like
looks
What
like
does
a
it say?
farmer's
Super what?
body.
Super. Oh,
yeah,
that's a
super
D.
body.
Yeah, they do that.
That's a weird D.
Yeah, I thought it was super buoy too.
Yeah, I was like, is this- what
it
does
looks
that
like
say?
2 O's. Oh, whoa, what's that? I want to buy that.
this.
Oh my god, a fucking
Is that just
bag,
a bag
for your balls.
Isn't
I'm
this
gonna-
what they film with? Like they
And
just
you
put a
could-
sock on you?
Excuse
Yeah.
me?
You
Film
try,
what
you can
with-
tie the string as tight as you want.
Jesus.
My balls aren't fitting in there.
There's
Wow.
no room, it don't fit.
Fuck.
I'm like, for everybody who's like, can I just tuck about my ass? Like,
Do you know about that?
But tucking?
No, my balls, they're like extraordinarily long. I have a problem.
So, like, when you sit down in a toilet, how close do they get to the water?
Oh,
You're not even
Jesus.
thinking about it, right?
Right.
Um,
Him, every time.
I touch water every time.
Every
That's
time.
disgusting.
I know.
Like,
That's
if he
a-
were to
Oh,
flush,
I have to
his
hold
balls will get go-girl.
him. Yeah. I have to hold him now.
You know how
You
fun
are
that
fucking
sounds?
lying.
He has to wrap them once around his hands so they lift just.
He's like, hold on, I gotta get
Wrap it around my waist like a belt.
He has to put it
Got
over
one
his
going
thigh.
each way.
Yeah.
Over his thigh. He's like, yep.
Yeah, it's a problem. It
Oh
sucks.
Jesus, that's horrible.
God damn.
You're like you didn't even think about it.
Yeah. No one, I feel like you guys don't think about it, right?
No, I don't
You
think
just
about
sit
it.
down and you have no worries.
Yeah, I've
The only
never.
thing is, like, I don't want my dick to hit the front of the toilet, and that's it.
Yeah, that's like the main focus is like definitely not like hitting.
When I go to the bathroom, the first thing on my mind is like, where am I putting my balls? Where are they
Where
gonna
am
go?
I? Where am I gonna set my balls right now?
You can't cup them anymore.
I just like
It's
hold
just
on
too
to them. Like, make sure to wash my hands good after.
Oh my god.
He's scrolling through his phone, just holding his balls in one hand.
I really am.
God damn
That's
it,
what
bro.
it's like for me.
Balls in one hand, phone in the other.
Yeah.
Love that for you.
It sucks.
Yeah, I bet.
I'm gonna get them
That's-
removed.
Yeah. I'm gonna get a testicle reducing. What is it? Like a breast
Reduction?
reduction? Yeah, testicle reduction.
For real.
I'm
you
down to
should,
just
bro.
get them off. I don't need them. They just
I
bug.
don't even need these things anymore. They're just bugging me.
They're just
Bro, you know
hanging
how
around.
different you would be? Like, you know how the dogs act different?
Do you think my testosterone like would be different or
Yes.
whatever?
You're like
Probably.
Dude,
goodbye.
you know what?
Goodbye birth control.
Yeah, honestly.
Do you think that would finally pass you over? Like,
Oh, like
that
after
little bit
you-
of testosterone that's making
gone?
you somewhat
I don't think
I
testosterone
don't
has
think
anything to do
testosterone
with,
is what makes you gay or
Yeah.
straight.
How do
I
you
think-
know though?
because I've seen
You
like
know, I think that there is.
ripped like
Yeah, because there
physical
are
specimens that are
gay
gay.
men that have really high testosterone
Super.
levels.
Yeah.
So it's not uncommon, but I do think that gay men probably, because you know how men naturally we do have both estrogen and testosterone. We
Right.
obviously have more testosterone, but I do think for most gays, we probably do produce more estrogen and stuff like that because
the femininity.
yeah, there's some gay guys that are super high pitched voice and really out there, and I'm like, and honestly, I don't even think it's like a facade or like an act or like they're trying to put on a front. I just think that's naturally how they are, like, because even myself, like, I consider my voice to be like pretty high pitched, and
I would say it's
no, see,
not
I feel like it
high-pitched.
kind of is. I don't know. I think probably because I
I
used
don't
to
think
get
it's the pitch; it's the
way I say it.
cadence of your
Yeah.
speech.
There's
Yeah.
definitely a little more of like a feminine tone
I
behind
watched
it.
the whole documentary on why gay people sound the way they do.
Yeah.
It was an interesting documentary.
That's cool, actually. I kind of would be down to watch
It's on
that.
Amazon if you
Because
want to check it out.
I've always had theories and I've always had thoughts about that. Like, what if we do produce more estrogen, or like there is something about us that does make us gay? Because I mean, there has to be something, like there's a reason, you're attracted to women. There's got to be a reason you're attracted to the same sex.
Mhm.
Got to be some sort of science behind it.
The documentary didn't come up with a concrete answer, but like basically it was like the most likely theory is that like they did a couple examples of like you usually tend to want to hang out with women more,
Yes.
like you do for sure.
Yes.
And women and men have different cadences of speech.
Oh,
So you
okay.
pick up on cadences. Like when you hang out with your friends, you guys have like words that you guys say, and
You know
like it just
what?
We
becomes
have
like
the same lingo almost.
yeah.
That would make sense because when I was, more so when I was like, especially in elementary school, when I was younger, I hung out with like all girls, like literally all girls. And like, yeah, I feel like that probably does have a little something to do with it.
Mhm.
Like as I got older, I came out of my shell a little more and wasn't so afraid of men like I was. But
So you were afraid of men at one point?
we're not so much afraid, but like
Nervous? or-
yeah, like I would get really nervous and like I didn't feel comfortable like I did around women.
Damn.
That's how I feel with women.
Really?
Yeah.
That's funny.
I've seen my man break down like someone pulled up and he just like. I was like, hey, chill.
like,
She's not even
fuck,
talking
dude.
to you, bro. I was like, I'm talking to her, bro. Like, chill. Ryan's over there, like, I'm like, all right, man.
Dying.
Yeah.
Nah, but like, damn, that's wild though.
Yeah, no, honestly, even
Makes
like
sense.
when I would get like around like a really hot guy, I get like nervous and like, oh my god.
So, do you remember the first time you felt that? Or you're like, oh shit.
Honestly, it was kind of like a long process. So like it like didn't happen overnight. So like as time went on, like I remember when I was like young, like, and it's funny because I hear this as a joke now. And I think it's hilarious because this was literally me when I was a kid, was searching up boys kissing on YouTube.
I was gonna say, I'm staring at this thing and I might become gay. Like, I'm just staring at this thing.
And so I did watch videos like that, and I remember really liking it and thinking like, oh my god. But then I felt like a freak, like I felt like something was wrong with me. Like I thought like I'm supposed to like girls, like this isn't okay, this isn't normal. So like I kind of like put that feeling on the back burner for a little while. But then, when you get to middle school, like 6th, 7th grade, start to watch porn.
Yeah.
Well, as
Third
time
grade
went
for me.
on, and I would be watching it and I would, doing my thing, whatever. And I would catch myself.
So right then already, you already knew there was something different.
Not so much. It just, as time went on, I realized like I would catch myself looking at the dude.
Okay, so you weren't watching gay porn.
No, I was watching straight porn.
Oh, you're watching regular porn.
Yes, because I thought I still like girls. But then
Right.
as time went on, I was just kind of like, oh wait, I think like I'm into dudes. And so then, little curious old me decided to scroll to like the bottom of the page, and it said gay.
Whoa.
And so I, curiosity made the cat gay, I guess. I fucking clicked on it and I'm watching it and I'm like, oh my god, this is so hot. I love this. And I remember like every time I would watch gay porn and get off to it, I would get this sense of guilt. come over me afterwards. And
Fam, we all got that after porn. Don't worry about
yeah,
it.
but like no, mine
This has to be.
mine was intense because it was like I felt like I shouldn't have been doing it. I felt like, oh my god, I'm gonna be gay, like, and like at first, and then like I kind of came to terms with it by saying like, well, maybe I'm just bisexual, and I thought like, okay, I'm just gonna have sex with men, but I'm gonna end up marrying a woman and being with a woman, whatever.
So that's basically like a safeguard, right?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, that was like my gateway
Mhm.
into being gay, I guess. Because as time went on, I kind of realized I was like, I only look at dudes. I only talk about dudes. Like, I'm gay. And like, I remember the first time actually saying it, I was like, what the fuck? Like, it felt so weird, like coming to terms with it and like saying it out loud. And then, but honestly though, like as time went on and like it started to say it more, it felt right and it felt normal and like I felt more myself, I guess you could say, and I definitely flourished more in that sense because when I was straight, I definitely did like, try to put on a facade or like a front to be more masculine
So
than feminine.
I was gonna ask you, any relationships
Have I had relationships?
with a girl?
Mhm.
No, not anything serious anyways. Although
I was gonna say.
funny story. So right before I came out and like was telling people about my bisexuality, I was talking to this girl from my middle school. And I'm not gonna say no name because y'all probably know who the fuck it is. Too.
Motherfuckers had more puss than me, bro. I'm so mad.
Shut up! I was
So
waiting
mad.
for him to say something.
Oh my
Bro. Keep going, please.
So, anyways, we were like, this is when Facebook was. Facebook
You got
was,
ahead of it, my guy. I hate you.
Facebook was on and popping at the time, so we were
Damn.
on Facebook, and we would talk to each other, and like I would flirt with her, and like wanted to hang out with her, and like do all this stuff. But at the time, I was still very like confused and coming to terms with things. And then by the time I got to freshman year, was when I finally like this was 8th grade. After 8th grade year, going into freshman year, this was during summer that her and I talked. And then when freshman year rolled around, about halfway through the year, I came out on Facebook and like I made a huge post about it. And
You came out
like,
as gay or bi?
as gay.
Okay.
Yeah, and like people were responding and like oh my god. Some people were like, I already knew it. And some people were like, I had no idea.
What a weird thing to
But
comment.
that girl
Right.
I
saw
knew it.
and she messaged me and she was like, are you really gay? And I was like, yeah, that's what the post says, like, and I know damn well her feelings were fucking hella hurt. And I swear till senior year, that bitch held a grudge against me because we had a class together senior year and she
Damn.
did not even look me in the fucking eyeballs. Like
Damn.
I swear.
And at this point, you're already out.
Yeah.
You're
Well,
already-
yeah. At that point, I'd fucking already been out the closet for like 4 years, 4 years.
So
And
you're just
so,
comfortable when she's
What a
looking at you like
grudge.
this fucking
exactly.
guy.
Yeah. I'm like, what do you? I'm like, look.
I'm trying to get dick. He's trying to get dick. Like, this is not good.
I think
Let's
she was.
work together.
I think she was a little hurt because I think she thought that like I knew I was gay at the time, and was still talking to her.
And you kind of
No, I
let
knew
her
I was bi
on.
at the time.
Okay.
So I
You
was
kind of
still
let her on.
I did kind
right?
of lead her on, but then like we never anything even came out of it. So like even when school did start, like we never even really like hung out or talked or did anything because I was kind of like in the process of becoming a homosexual. So
Also, you guys are 8th graders, so like,
yeah, I'm
get
like,
over it.
girl, come on, get the
So,
fuck over it.
no making out with the girl.
I made out with girls.
No
plenty of
sex with the
times.
girl.
No, not yet.
So-
Not yet,
so
bro.
we're
He's
still
gonna
tied.
beat you, bro. He's gonna beat you.
We're still tied.
Okay,
bro.
you said not yet, so I'm curious.
What would the circumstances be?
Yeah. Would it have to be a threesome?
Yes, and there would have to be like another guy involved.
Of
like,
course,
I
right?
definitely couldn't like just get off with just the girl.
Two
Or like
girls.
a bi guy, I'm assuming.
Yeah, it had to be like a bi guy or something. Cause like I mean honestly like
We can go to Mexico together, bro.
sex is great, and I mean like if it's gonna feel good, it's gonna feel good. Like
Yep,
male or female.
Exactly.
I think
Yeah.
I just like to
Hey.
fuck. To be honest, that's what it
like
boils
everyone
down to.
does.
Damn.
Just liking sex in general. But
That'd be
yeah,
a
that
wild
bitch was
situation.
hella mad, and so I felt a little bad. And there was another bitch actually who really fucking pissed me off. Do you remember when we had biology together, freshman year?
Yeah. With Peterson? Yeah.
Mhm.
Peterson, yeah.
Do you remember there was a girl in there?
Hmm.
She sat next to me, and I kind of buddied up to her a little bit. You know, like this was like freshman year, so I'm like trying to get to know people, trying to make friends and stuff. And like I would talk to her, and then we exchanged numbers for whatever reason to like talk about homework or something. But I noticed she would text me a lot. And like, I would just respond, talk to her. Like, I never flirted or ever,
Conversation.
like, yeah, And so then when I posted that I was gay, that bitch also messaged me and was like, wait, so you're really gay? And I was like, yeah, I'm really gay. Like, I wouldn't have posted that. And like, she
April
bugged
Fools.
me. Yeah, she literally bugged me for like 3 or 4 days after that. Saying like, are you sure? You're positive? And it pissed me off so fucking bad that I finally told her, I go, why the fuck do you keep asking me?
Yeah.
Like, why do you keep questioning me about this? Like,
Yeah, that's weird.
yeah, I'm like, this is getting annoying. And she was like, because I like you. And at this point, I feel really bad about this to this day.
She doesn't know. We're not saying nothing, so no.
No, I know. I still feel really bad, but I was sick. I was running a fever. I wasn't feeling good. And she was like harassing me. And I'm like trying to, barely coming to terms with being gay. And you're bugging me about it. And my fucked up ass goes, even if I was straight, I still wouldn't like you.
Ooh. That was rude.
That's a real gay thing to say, yo.
And somebody was like, you fucking broke her. And I was like, look, had the bitch just minded her own business and accepted the fact that I was gay, maybe I would not have had to come for her neck like that. Maybe I would not have to destroy her like that.
Fuck, dude.
Mind your
Okay, but
business.
damn, she really wanted you like.
She wanted this dick.
You're gonna have to teach me how to spit game.
You know what? I was just being fucking nice to her too. Like I don't even know what made her like me. I'm like, what like
So
made you think?
to an extent, you have flirted with both, right?
Yeah.
You would say it's easier to flirt with the guy.
I definitely think it's easier to flirt with girls than it is with guys.
Oh shit.
I flirt with girls all the time. Like a
See,
hobby.
but that's the that's the thing though, because nothing's gonna come from it. So it's just more like a friendly flirt. You feel me? There's no meaning behind it.
It's more so just making them feel good about themselves.
Exactly.
Like,
it's more complimentary than anything.
Yeah, than it is because, like, obviously, I'm not trying to like. One time, it was when I was a server.
I almost thought
This
you was gonna
really
say
hot
surfer.
girl. This really hot girl came into my work with her boyfriend, and like I was serving them, and I was like,
What's
oh
a
my
really
God.
hot girl for you?
She was like tan, long dark hair, like
Objectively.
really nice build, really pretty
Yeah.
face, like.
Okay.
And I
Just a hot
was
girl.
like, and I went up to the
What'd
table
you
and I
think
was
is-
like, you're really pretty. She was like, oh, thank you. And then he was like, my coworker was like, damn, right in front of her boyfriend, and I was like, goddamn right, I'll do it again. I don't give a shit. I'm like, your man could be standing right there, and I will fucking flirt with you. Like, the fuck he gonna do?
Damn, I wonder.
Nothing.
I wonder what like, huh? Like if I got a sense, because I think like Gator's pretty good. So
Yeah.
like if you were to say something, I think I would have been like, like, all
Like,
right.
I mean, I'm sure that he knew I was gay. I had like blue ass hair at the time. And, like,
Oh yeah.
you know,
Yeah, we're
and
good.
like I said, usually like when I open my mouth to talk, you can usually kind of tell, just like by my mannerisms and things like that. So I mean, I'm sure that he knew and he didn't trip. But I mean, I have had straight men trip on me before, and I eat that shit
About
up
their
every
girls?
time. Yes, I
No.
eat that shit up every time. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna grab her titties, like smack her ass, like. You can't fucking do anything about it. Like,
Yo, that's some mad disrespectful.
Yeah,
isn't
son.
that?
don't be
Yeah,
fucking insecure.
what the
Don't
fuck?
don't be such an insecure bitch that you're upset about your girlfriend
I
flirting
agree.
with
Getting
her
her
gay
tits
friend.
grabbed.
Yeah,
By some gay guy, who cares?
who cares?
It'd
What
be
the
like
fuck?
if I had a girl. if my girl.
But see, that's the thing. You know.
Yeah, but I'm not
You
a
can't really talk
possessive
on it.
person.
But
I
have
could-
you
I
had
could
something to
think about
possess?
it. Had things.
Jose, are you one of
You
those
know?
guys?
He is.
Who me?
Oh my
A
god!
little bit.
If we're at a club or something,
Okay, if it's
And
her
then some
friend,
fucking
no. If
random
it's her
dude-
friend,
Think about
though.
it. If
Some
it's a
random
chick.
dude walks up to him and
Nah.
just grabs your tits and he's like, "Oh, I'm one of her friends." Like I'm at initial and be like, "Yo, what the fuck is this?" She's gonna be, "I'm her gay friend." I'm like, "Well, that's kind of weird that you're just grabbing her tits out in public."
I'd be doing that.
If she doesn't have a problem with it, then I don't care.
like I don't see what
If
the
she
big
has
deal
a problem
is.
with it, then
Because
that's different.
somebody tweeted that recently. Some bag on Twitter tweeted something about
He can throw it, bro. He can throw it.
said something about like, oh, I think it's weird when gay guys make out with their girlfriends and touch their boobs and stuff. And I literally was like, I responded and I was like, mind your business with a little heart. I was like, you fucking kidding me right now? Like if they didn't want me to and they genuinely were like, stop, then yeah, I wouldn't do it. Like I wouldn't be okay with that because then you're overstepping boundaries that someone doesn't appreciate. But if they don't have an issue, I'm like, you kind of sound like a hater right now. Like you sound like you're just
hating.
mad. Like, do you not have any titties to grab or something?
Yeah. I feel like it's similar, like with like when me, you, or Andy, like for lack of a better term, flirt. Like we're like, damn, you look cute, dog. Like like that.
Right.
And then if one of our girlfriends were like, I don't like it when he says that. We'd be like, get over it. Get over it, lady.
You
That's
guys
the homie.
also played football, which was like the gayest sport at our school.
It's second gas. Baseball's gas.
I don't know. You guys take the cake because I know you guys be grabbing each other's dicks and shit.
Oh,
Baseball does
baseball
shit like
be
that.
taking their dicks out and putting it on each other.
Yeah.
Type gay shit.
I should have played more sports in high school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're like, you got me.
Oh, is that your back? Cool.
Instead, I was a fucking cheerleader and I was grabbing ass and cooch all day. Like
I should have been a cheerleader.
I should have been a cheerleader, bro.
We both played the wrong sports. We should have switched teams.
For real.
No, one time my
Yo, for real, you dead ass for a cheerleader.
Yeah, I was
huh?
a cheerleader.
Football was
I
good.
forgot
I
about that
loved
shit. Football is very good.
being a cheerleader. That was like one of the most peak moments for me, I think, was being a cheerleader. And then I cheered in college too. And that was like,
did you?
yeah, those were the glory days, man.
Yo.
I cheered at RCC.
Oh, were you RCC?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Damn.
and that was honestly the only thing that persuaded me to want to go there was because at first I was like so against it because like everybody goes there, it's too packed, it's too crowded. But then I was like, wait, they have a cheer team there. And so then I messaged some of the girls on the team that I knew from there. And I asked them and they were like, go to tryouts on this day. So I went to try out and my ass made it. So I cheered in college. Yeah, that was honestly, college cheer was amazing. So I went from like cheering for a team that like hardly won to a team that literally won every single game. Like every game RCC played, we fucking won. We went so far. We cheered so many games. And like I remember it just got to the point where I was just like,
to that.
yeah, I know. I would be like, just end the fucking game already. We're like demolishing them like 54-7 right now. Like
Games
the
like
games
that,
were
huh?
intense. Like we had a good football team, a really good football team. RCC, honestly, all of RCC sports are pretty good. Like their sports teams are not bad at all.
Is it because of their division or like are they an actual good division?
So what it is it's the division is like the level of competition isn't like it's not D1.
Obviously, yeah.
But also because you get tons of athletic dudes who should have been D1, but they're fuckheads with grades.
Yep.
So then they play.
They go to
RCC.
RCC.
So you got
That was
D1
me. That was me with
athletes.
cheer because
Yeah.
I was like a fuck up in like regular school. So I was like, fuck it. I got a sport to play. I got something to be a part of. So I'm gonna go do it.
Like
Which is kind
AJ,
of fun. Yeah, he's an
big ass
example.
Simone, like he had I think a right to USC now, but his grades just
Trash.
and it just didn't
That
happen.
you know what, and that's kind of sad because sometimes athletes, are really talented at their sport, but academically they kind of suffer. And
Well, to a degree, I mean, like, or like, you just gotta pass almost. Like, if you're that athletic, they're like,
you
please
have to have
make
decent
it.
grades to play sports. So I mean,
Like, but they'll like give you tons of like handouts and like help and shit if you're like really good, and like he was, and like if he just like
applied
he
himself.
didn't care, yeah, he
Yeah.
didn't care.
like for
enough.
real, like
Yeah.
Like it wasn't like they were asking him like, "Hey, get a 4.0." They were like, "Get a 2.0, please."
Dude,
Like, yeah, like
I think wasn't that's a very fair rule. Like you
Yeah.
want to play the sport
Yeah.
that you think you love.
I think you
2.0
should at
is
least,
fair
I think you
enough.
should at least have somewhat of a C average.
Yeah.
Like,
That's
even
what
if you
it
have
is,
straight
isn't it?
C's. Like, no, I think
Yeah.
Isn't it
is
straight like
I think it
C's?
might be. Yeah, I
Straight
think that
C's.
is straight
Like,
C's.
like, come on, son.
2.0, yeah. Honestly, I was never really like that smart academically, but my GPA was never really bad. Like I always maintained like a 3.5 generally.
I think there was only 1 year that I didn't make the 2.0 for the football team,
Oh Jesus!
and that's when I did the you know how
Minimal
you could
exactly.
for
Show up, dog.
Literally, like
For
you
real.
just fucking show up at that point.
And I did that thing where you could sign the contract that like next year I'll for sure have it. So I could play this year for like that year or whatever. So I did that. But yeah, so I got to play, but
And you got your shit together.
yeah, unfortunately.
Unfortunately.
Or fortunately.
Fortunately, I had to start trying. That sucks. No, honestly, like I don't even know how I cheered in college because I absolutely did not give a fuck about any of my academics there whatsoever. I was literally there to be a cheerleader. Like
It's
people
so
would ask me
hard.
my major, I'm like cheer. Like I seriously,
great.
yeah, I know. I had like, and I was such an idiot. Like I'm so, you know, in high school you're so used to your classes being assigned. You go talk to your counselor, get shit changed. And you do. Well, in college, it's
You gotta do that shit
high school
yourself.
really does not prepare you whatsoever because most of it had to do with me not knowing what the fuck I was doing. And like I would fuck up. And at one point I lost all my classes because I didn't pay on time. Not that I didn't have the money, I just didn't know you had to pay by a certain deadline to get the class. And so I lost like 3 of them. And then I only had 1 and I was like, okay, I need another class. So then I went and I talked to like counselor or something like that. And they put me in this stupid ass dance appreciation class. And I did not give a shit about either. And I was in a math class and that fucking teacher had his head so far up his ass. He had no idea what he was doing. And like, he would teach us stuff and like, you ever just have a shitty teacher? Like they suck
What was
at
his
teaching.
name?
Oh
I feel
God.
like I might have this math
Honestly,
teacher.
I
Oh,
don't
shit.
remember. He was like balding and he was like really awkward.
They have a long
and
beard?
He did have a beard.
Holy
At
shit.
RCC.
Yeah.
He was math 35, I think, was the class that I was in.
Shit.
And it
Mr.
was like
Stark?
I think it might actually be. I think I think oh God, it's been so long.
He was
A teacher
kinda
at RCC,
cool,
right?
but he sucked, yeah.
Okay, yeah. He wasn't a horrible person. Like
Yeah, he was just a bad teacher.
he just sucked. And like I don't know. Like if you suck at teaching, you just shouldn't be a teacher. Because then you're literally doing your whole entire community a disservice because no one knows what the fuck they're doing in there and you're not actually learning anything. You're just trying to pass. Like
he was like just a guy who was good at math, but like he's not good at the skill of teaching.
Yes.
It's like teaching itself is a skill, like
Is a
knowing
skill.
how to translate
Being
it to
an
people who
educator,
don't know.
becoming an educator is definitely like it takes a certain person and a certain type to be a good one. I mean, anyone could go up there and talk, shit in front of the class for an hour and a half, whatever. But actually getting the point across and getting the message across is what makes you an educator or not. Because I've had teachers where like I always sucked at math, but in high school, Miss Brown, I don't know if you guys ever had her or not.
No.
She was the shit at teaching. Like I always understood everything in her, and I was taking like trig pre-calc with her and shit, and like I always understood her lessons. I always understood her work, her notes, everything. Like she had it down, and she was super passionate about teaching. She would always show up early.
So somebody that cares and shit.
Yeah,
like,
she would show up to school early and she would stay an hour before and an hour after so students could go work on homework, get her help, talk to
Come
her,
on, son.
whatever.
That's
And
her own
she's-
time.
Yeah, she's like, I don't get paid for that. She's like, I do it because I genuinely want to help you guys. And I remember when she like said that, I was like, that's so true because I've had so many teachers all throughout the years where it was like, they don't give a shit. Like they literally are there to collect their paycheck. And like they're so boring, they're so bland, and they're usually fucking mean too.
Assholes. Like,
Yeah, like
they
I
just
had-
don't want to be there.
Fucking 7th grade science. Oh my God, I had the worst fucking teacher ever.
Any of you guys have Mr. Eckelhofer?
No, but I do remember him.
Like, see, that's how you know he's bad. You know him and you never had
Yeah.
him. You're just like, oh, I've heard of him.
I'm like, why I've been hearing shit about
dun,
him.
dun, dun. You're like, yeah, that motherfucker.
That's funny.
To be fair though, it's like I can't imagine. That sounds like a rough job. 7th grade teaching sounds horrible, bro.
I would never teach middle school. I'd fucking throat punch all of them. I would not last not 1 second.
Middle
teaching
schoolers are the
schoolers.
worst people.
They're annoying. They're so
Including
annoying.
myself. Like, cause like you're
I
in that
hated
weird
myself in
age
middle
where you're
school.
like,
You're
I
ugly.
don't know. Well, yeah, that, but like you like, I don't know what I am yet.
You're like old enough
And
to
I'm just
realize you're
like-
ugly.
Yeah, like,
yeah.
You're like,
I was like
fuck.
wearing personalities. I'm like, maybe I'm like this type of guy. Maybe I'm like this.
You
So,
guys,
like,
I used to think I was
trying.
so fat in middle school that I would literally like try to diet and stuff because I was
What?
literally like I was so like insecure. But then it's funny because when I got to high school and I finally started playing running cross country, I should say, and I grew, obviously, like I went through puberty, and like I started to stretch out, and I was like, oh my god, maybe I'm actually not fat, and like I don't know, like as a
I'm a
kid, like
bad
I did,
bitch.
like I was kind of like chubby, you know, like I was
Yeah.
never like ever skinny, so I always thought like, well, if I'm not skinny, then I must be fat,
Yeah.
like
Mm.
you know, and so I struggled with that for the longest time, and I think that middle school is just a shitty time for everybody. Like,
Yeah.
it's not fun, especially whenever you're realizing that you're fucking gay. Like,
Yeah, that's rough too.
yeah.
I was a fucking skater.
Yeah.
I used to have a bowl cut. I used to wear a stinky ass hat.
I see
a
that.
hat with the straight brim.
See that.
Yeah.
Oh
Right?
my
I used to wear
God.
like nothing but black. And I used to have a skateboard.
I would have totally had a crush on you.
Oh my god, that was so bad, yo. I'm like, hey guys, I was so white, but just so Mexican.
Yeah.
Honestly, so
Honestly,
Mexican.
I do love me a grungy boy. That is actually, if I do have a type, it probably is like a grungy,
Like a skater,
dirty boy. Like you
Damn,
look like
son.
you just need to shower.
Come in, take a shower.
My man needs to rescue
before you
somebody.
do that, let's fuck first.
Oh my god,
I'm like, oh yeah, you were out riding your skateboard all day.
come here,
Come here, you.
No,
I got
you-
something for you to ride. You're like, Jesus Christ, dude.
He was looking at that biker earlier, bro. He's
Yo,
like-
that was wild. I never flirted towards a guy. I was like, yo, are we doing this?
Hot, though.
He wasn't hot.
He was good looking. I'm not gonna lie. He was good
He
looking.
He was.
I honestly, I appreciate hot people in general, like men and women. It's not even just like
Real recognize real.
men or, yeah, that part. Like,
I feel like guys have a hard time doing that. Straight guys.
oh, they do. They think
I
it's
don't get
gay
it.
to find another man attractive or to think another man is good looking. Like,
I say that all the time, and my homies
no,
are like,
if
"That's gay."
You're
I'm
hot.
like,
You're hot.
like, nah,
like,
that
that's
dude,
all there is
that
to
dude
it.
hot.
That dude was fucking
Like,
good
that
looking,
dude's
bro.
hot. I don't
You're
want to
like-
fuck him, but
Like,
he's hot.
I'm not gay, but I'd suck his dick.
Yeah, like, he's hot.
All right, hold on. Fast forward.
Hold on, time out.
Objectively speaking,
I'm not saying that it tastes good. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Not saying I'd like it, but I do it. You know?
yeah, for him.
It's all for educational purposes.
Yeah, I just want to find out if I am or not. You know,
That part.
oh, I'm not gay.
Shit.
I've had a couple of those in my day.
Oh yeah, have you ever converted a guy?
Well, okay, see, here's my
Oh.
thing with that. There's no such thing as like converting.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right,
you're
right.
awakening.
Like, yeah, it's more so an awakening.
You're
because
opening
I'm-
the closet,
I'm
I would
like,
say.
if you obviously have interest in it, you're obviously somewhat attracted to men and you have something for men.
Right.
Like,
Mhm.
even if you're not fully gay, maybe you are, into girls still. Maybe, you can do both. But I feel like if you have the thought, like,
Yeah.
naturally you kind of are, because like you can't be
So
like,
if you so if you're bi, is he gay or not? Is bi for you its own thing?
Yeah, but, I mean,
So-
You're gonna get people mad. Is
yeah,
bi?
I'm about to get
is
people.
bi?
I'm about to get people really fucking mad, actually, because here's my thought on the whole
Vibrancy,
bi.
baby.
Here's my thought on the whole bi thing. So like, yes, you can be attracted to both, because like I said, like for me, like I would fuck a girl, under certain circumstances,
Mhm.
but I don't think that makes me bisexual.
Because
like-
you wouldn't do it all the time,
You're just having fun.
I would never be with a woman. I would never marry a woman.
and you
like,
would
I would
only
never
do
have
it
romantic
if
feelings
there
for women.
was a guy
A guy
there
involved, yes.
that was willing to do shit.
Yes, and
Right.
there probably are some dudes that would fuck girls by themselves and would fuck guys by themselves. And yeah, they probably are bi. But as eventually you're gonna choose one or the other. And I feel like most of the time, bi guys always lean more towards the guy side, even with women. Bisexual women always tend to lean more towards women than they do men.
so do you think it's a product of kind of leaving it open ended
What I
because
think
you don't
it-
want to?
What I think it is I don't think it's a matter of 50-50. I think it's just more so like an attraction to just people in general. But then here comes the argument of, well, there's pansexual, which
Oh, yeah.
What
for
the
me,
fuck?
there's
Hold on.
such a blurred line between those two sexualities, because in a sense they're almost the same, but bisexuality more so is focused on liking two genders, and then pansexuality is more so
Open.
everybody and anybody, including transgender people
okay.
and stuff.
All
So that it makes sense, and I get it, because like it is really because it is a preference. So like, for example, like
See-
I've had a trans person like hit me up wanting to like do stuff, and I was just like, I
A
wasn't
trans man.
yeah, trans man. So I mean, like, I wasn't opposed to the idea, but then like they sent me some photos, and I just kind of was like, not really feeling it. But you know, I was super respectful, and I was like, hey, like, I appreciate, you know, you reaching out. I was like, but I go personally, I go, it's just not like for me.
Too feminine
like,
for you?
You know, so
Just-
like all the parts weren't there.
Oh, okay,
And
okay.
yeah, and like it kind of like threw me off a little bit. So I just kind of was like,
Shit.
yeah, I'm not really, because like me, like I'm pretty much like
Can I ask what
strictly
parts weren't
dickly,
there?
like yeah, and like I didn't want to offend them, and like I did kind of feel bad saying that, but they were like totally understanding and so nice, and we're like, no, it's okay, like I understand, you know, it's not for
See,
everyone.
that's cool. You know how many of those like situations people like that have to go through all the time?
And
Where it's like, hey, like,
or they're rude to them, really mean to them.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And then like you get a fucking asshole.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
oh
why I was
my
like,
God,
I didn't
bro.
want to be an ass. I didn't want to offend them. I didn't want to, you know, make him feel bad.
Yeah.
And so like I just was like, I'm sorry, but and then he was like, oh no, it's okay. Like, don't trip. I understand.
Is
like,
it rude to leave people in red?
I think it somewhat is. Like, I think if you're not interested, just say you're not interested.
Because in
like, it's
okay,
not
because
that
in
hard.
Mexico I've had a few. Because in Mexico where I live, there's a lot of like trans dude. I guess like my brother, he's gay. He dresses up. He does pageants and stuff like
Oh,
that,
like
right?
drag?
Yeah. So he does all that. So there's a lot of that out there. And I've
Well,
had a
drag
few.
and trans is different though.
Oh
No,
yeah,
he's-
I know it's
he's
different,
gay,
but I'm
but
just
he does
saying,
drag.
like,
Oh, okay,
yeah,
okay.
that's
They're
what
saying
he
he's
does.
like-
Yeah.
Okay.
He's deep in the community.
But there's like,
whatever you would say.
so he has a lot of those friends, and obviously I'm his brother. So like when we post something up, I'm up there, and then I do get a lot of friend requests, and I do get messages, right? So those messages, I just kind of just leave them.
Well, like
'Cause
from
it's
gay
like-
guys.
From
trans.
yeah, it's
Oh,
from gay
from
guys.
trans
No,
men
it would
or
be from
gay
gay
guys?
guys.
From gay guys?
It's from gay guys.
Oh,
Yeah, it would be
okay.
from gay guys.
Well, no, and that's in that case, it's not really rude because like you really genuinely aren't interested. I mean, you could be like, "Oh yeah, I'm straight" or whatever, but like,
It'd be less rude, but it's not
I don't think you
required.
really like. Yeah, I don't think you really have to like. It's not like you're being a dick. Like, I'm not gay. What the fuck? Like, you're just not saying anything. So like,
right, like I
it's
just look
not-
at it, I'm just like, okay, like
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
so
I don't think that's necessarily rude. I think it's kind of
Like
like,
a
a
mom
subtle way
gay.
of like letting someone down. But I just hate. I'm talking more so the situations when you're like talking to someone or you're interested in someone.
Like you've been having a conversation.
Yeah, and you've been having conversation and you've been talking,
Like you
and
said
then they
that
just
last time.
stop replying
Mm.
instead of just being like, "Hey, I'm sorry, I'm not really feeling this." Because I've had that happen where I talk to someone, I kind of like them, but then as time goes on, I lose feelings, and I'm always straight up about it. I'm always like, it kind of takes me like some time to work up the courage of what to say because it is kind of hard doing that. But
yeah, because you know you don't want to make somebody feel bad.
right, but I know that it's gonna make them feel even worse if I don't say anything at all.
You lead them on.
Yeah, and lead them on and not, and then just ghost them. You know, like I would rather be straight up about my feelings and be honest. And I prefer the same from people. Like if you're not feeling me, you don't like me like that.
Say it.
Just say it. Yeah, just say it.
Yeah.
I'm
Let
totally
me
okay
go.
with that.
Yeah. Because I could go. I go
Yes.
start my working
Yeah,
on someone
yeah,
else.
start
you
again.
Start
Instead of
fresh with
leading me
someone
on,
new,
yeah.
yeah.
The
Instead of
clock
making me think
restarts,
like,
baby.
oh, there's hope with this person.
Yeah.
But then you be having bitches that lose feelings, and then when you start talking to someone else, getting with someone else, then all the sluttin', they come back around.
All of a
All
sluttin'.
the sluttin'.
Oh shit, I
Is
like
that a new
that
word?
shit.
Is that a new word for you guys?
I like it.
Yeah.
All
All
of a
of the
sluttin',
sluttin'.
bro.
I always say that.
That's gonna be the name of the podcast.
do you feel Jose
What's up, my guy?
like mad complimented when those gay guys hit you up?
I
know I would.
Sluttin'. I do.
They're like, dude, I'm doing something right.
Yeah, honestly, I always like. I'm like, honestly, like if I do compliment a straight guy, like you should be flattered.
Like,
Yeah.
check it out. So, like, when I do get those, like,
stuff it's hitting.
yeah.
when I do get those, like, you know, obviously, like, that's what they're for. They're trying to get at you, right? They give you the hey, they give you the hola, you know, and it's like
Hola.
every time, you know, every time I look at it, I do smile. I'm like shit,
okay.
all right. You know, I'm like, all right, bro,
You're like,
shit.
so you think I'm cute then? Okay.
I'm like, hey, babe, just in case, you
Better
know.
watch yourself.
Try me, son.
I got options.
Nah, but yeah, like, you know, you do feel good because it's like okay, I'm not
they're
that bad,
complimenting
you know, because
honestly,
it is that, you know, it is that.
I'm gonna share a story about a certain straight boy.
This is
from
why we're here.
school.
Don't say a name, or you could whisper it to us, or you could text it.
I would say it.
I'll
'Cause I wanna know-
I kind of want you guys to know because
Yeah,
you
I was gonna
guys
say,
do know this person.
I
and
wanna
this
know-
Bleep
is-
it.
I'm not gonna say his name, but it's a good story. Like it's not bad.
Just
So-
bleep it, dog.
My junior year, there was
Sure.
a.
Should we timestamp it? Okay, just say his name. We can
We'll
bleep him.
bleep it.
Okay.
We
Well,
can bleep it. Hold
it
on.
wa-
What's the time?
It is 50.
50. All right, go for it.
it was. So
Yeah. Go for it.
listen. So junior year, you better fucking bleep that. Junior year,
Make it louder.
Amplify
I'm gonna say it for the
subtitle.
whole.
Now you gotta bleep that too, fucker.
I got this, bro. I got this. This ain't getting out.
So this is
this is us blackmailing you right now, by the way.
We're gonna
Go
save
for
it
it.
somewhere.
Go for it.
You're like, you better not fuck up in the next few days.
It's the secret files, baby.
Oh, now you got favors to give.
Oh shit.
Put it in the vault.
We just out here, bro. We abstaining people.
No, do not say that. Absolutely not.
I own an island.
So junior year, him and I became very close. You know.
I remember seeing you
Yes,
hanging out.
Literally, I was always with him, like doing shit together, and we just, we had a really good friendship. Like we both smoked. We both had a lot of the same common interests, and so like every weekend I would go pick him up, and we would just go smoke, get food, whatever, like chill. But as time went on, like I really like started to like him, like catching feelings, and like
Yeah.
part of me did know, like he's straight, like that's probably never gonna happen. But my dumbass, like thinking, like being all hopeful and shit, like
Yeah.
maybe, just maybe, like.
It's a slim chance.
But there was a point where we did get on the discussion of it, and I did confess my feelings, and we did talk about it. And he was so sweet and so nice about it. Like, he basically told me, like, yeah, I kind of already knew that. And he was like, but I just never really cared. He's like, because I love you as my friend. Like, I really enjoy having you as my friend. So, like, I'm not going to let that or let other people's, like, opinions, like,
Right.
and, like, I remember thinking, like,
He's gangster, bro.
I was so, like, disappointed. But at the same time, like, I was so happy because he was so sweet about it. And, like, had that been any other situation or anyone else, like, they could have been a total asshole and been like, oh, are you fucking serious? You fucking faggot. Like, totally, like, hated me, not wanting to be my friend anymore. But he was so nice and so sweet to me about it. And I was just like, oh, my God. Like, I genuinely, like, I kind of started to get over it after that because I was just like, okay, like, I really need to,
Makes
like,
sense. Like,
I'm like, I really need to let this idea go because that's literally all it was an idea in my head.
right.
And he was a cute guy that gave me attention, gave me the time of day, and we spent a lot of time together. So I caught feelings, like, especially when there's no other fucking gay people at your school, or cute gay people at least at your school. So you
Shout out
find,
to those that aren't.
Yeah, you find the cutest straight boy you can, and you befriend him, and you catch feelings, and that kind of happens.
And try him.
Yeah, you try him. Because honestly,
That's cool though. I'm glad that was like, cause
Yeah.
he's a good person.
He
Like,
is. No, he
knowing that
genuinely
now,
is.
he's a good person.
I'm
Yeah,
so
he's-
disappointed.
he's always-
I thought I was gonna hear some.
Yo, I thought
You
it was
thought you
like,
were gonna get a love story
I
out
saw
of
gonna
it?
his
get
dick
some
behind the
dirt.
thing, and then it was like this.
It's
It was
like me
like,
and him went back to my pad.
it was in the locker room when it happened. Like,
No,
bruh.
I wish, but
No,
that
but
never
that's good, though.
happened. Yeah, no, honestly, I genuinely remember thinking in my head, like, this is the proper way that somebody should respond. Like, he knew I had feelings. He knew I liked him. And I'm gay and we're
He is
close. And
cute.
obviously I'm gonna catch, some sort of feeling, or I'm gonna think something and be hopeful. But him and I, genuinely though, we did have a really good friendship. We had a very good, genuine friendship, and yeah, we would talk like every day. We had classes together, and like I remember sophomore year or freshman year, we would always talk about being friends and becoming close, but then like we never really did. But then junior year came along, and we had history together, and like he found out I smoked, and he's like, "Wait, you smoke?" And I was like, "Yeah," and he was like, "I do too." And then like every
way
week,
to
it
his
turned
heart.
into like literally every weekend. And it's so funny. We would pick up a gram, and that would last us like 2 weeks sometimes. Like we would literally, we would
Back in the
smoke
day.
like 2 or 3 bowls and be like, oh fuck, I'm so high right now. And then like we would just drive around and cruise and like play fucking. I remember I'd play Skrillex in the fucking car, and we would just drive like up and down Van Buren or some shit.
So
like,
junior year, bro.
Literally,
bro,
driving
like-
through McDonald's and shit because you're all fucking stoned.
Smoking 2 bowls, listening to Skrillex.
Dead
It's the most
ass.
junior thing I've ever heard.
That was the most high school thing I ever heard. Oh man, those are some. I miss when 2 bowls got me high.
I miss when I only little.
Dude,
Damn,
I've had a gay encounter.
Have you? Did a gay boy like you?
Does it still hurt?
Was it in Minnesota?
It was like middle school, and it was with another straight dude. We were both like,
Okay.
That's not really a gay encounter.
Yeah, I was gonna
then.
say.
no. But we were like, oh, I'm not.
He said, hold on.
And we were both like, I don't know if I'm gay or not. And I was like, yeah, me neither, really. To be honest with you, I've never like.
Did you guys look up boys kissing on YouTube?
No, we
No,
fucking
they kiss.
we fucking dry humped each other.
You what?
We
I've
dry
never
humped
heard
each
this,
other.
yo.
You've never heard this. I've never
heard
told you this.
This is wild.
I fucking came.
Oh my god!
I'm not gay though. Yeah, no,
Hey, no homo. Hey, no homo though.
This is my,
Yo.
Oh my
fucking-
god!
Hey, Brandon.
Do we know said person?
Nah, I don't think so.
No, but yo.
Brandon.
But I wiped up my cum. And I went,
Have you came before this though? Like,
have I came?
were you beating off before this?
Oh, yeah.
So you knew what it was.
Yeah.
So wait, how old were you?
I was like, I don't know, I was like 6th grade or something.
Oh my
Oh, wow.
god!
So you're a big boy.
Yeah, I was big. I was big back then. Yeah.
Dry humped each other and you nutted.
Yeah, and I wiped up my cum. I cleaned my shorts. 'Cause I wore clothes all the
yeah.
time.
my
Yeah.
god!
And I was like looking in the mirror after I wiped myself, and I was like, "Yeah, I'm not gay." Like,
Yeah, it didn't
I
make
didn't really
sense.
enjoy that.
Wow.
Just not for me.
I have no words right now.
Yeah, I thought I was gay, bro. I thought I was.
Meanwhile,
for
your
a cool
buddy's
minute.
back is all wet. He's like, I think I am.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm like, wait, whatever happened to him? What's his story? What was his conclusion?
I don't know.
Did he fuck you too? Like, how
He
did
had a
make that go down?
girlfriend
What if he's
in
like,
high school, so I don't think he's
like
gay
we should
unless
do
he's
it without
mad
our
closeted.
we should do it without our pants next time?
Yeah.
Wow,
No.
bro. See, I've never had to like.
I've learned
Experience
something
that.
new every day. You come on
Never
this.
dipped your toe in?
No, well, it's like
You never wanted to dip a
the
toe.
first time I've had sex was 6th grade,
Okay.
right? So like that's pretty early.
You were just confident? You're like, this is it?
It was just like I liked,
Was
you know,
it,
I
like,
liked
your
the
girlfriend
girl
at the time?
Yeah, so
Oh, okay.
it was my girlfriend at the time. So I like I
God,
liked
that is
her.
early.
Exactly. So I was like, I liked her, and then I was like, there was an opportunity like, oh, my parents aren't working when we get out of school. I mean, they're working when we get out of school. Like,
Dude, we were both fucking in
God,
6th
you
grade.
you really are a Sagittarius, aren't you? Horny little
hey, bro,
bastard.
chill. Oh shit, talk to my girl. But yeah, it's like, so for me, I've never had to like.
You never even thought about it?
Yeah, I
Didn't cross
never
your
even
mind?
thought about it because it was always like, this is what I like, and I don't like I like dating. I don't like fucking to fucking be like, oh, this girl. Nah, like if you look at my history, it's like I dated this girl for fucking this long ass time, this girl for this long ass time. So it's like,
You were just a whore in your relationships.
yeah, it was just like, cause like once you get to know somebody, that's when
fine.
they open up, you know.
Yeah.
Once you get to know them, it's like,
Right,
oh,
but what 6th grade girl agrees to having sex?
the same type of girl that goes with the 6th grader guy that agrees to have sex.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
I think I was a freshman in high school when I lost it. I was like 14, I think. No, I might have been 13 at the time. I was either 13 or 14 whenever I first like did stuff with someone.
I beat him.
And I genuinely, okay, motherfucker, I was still finding out what I liked while you were doing all that. So, well,
I was finding out
yeah,
too.
well, you were dry humping
He
boys.
came on a dude's back
I
before you,
didn't have a
bro.
boy to dry hump. Sorry.
Sorry you weren't in my neighborhood.
Yeah.
We could have found out together.
Literally.
Me and you would have walked away that situation with
we
2
could have had a
answers.
dry humping threesome right there. Jesus, no, so that I mean it took me time because I had to realize that I liked dick in order to want it and to want to get it.
Same.
But I do remember in 8th grade, I really wanted to finger this one girl.
Oh wow.
I really I was trying to make
Like
it
out of
like
hate?
like I was genuinely trying to make it my goal to finger this girl on the bus for the 8th grade field trip.
Sounds fun.
That's
I
a wild
know,
ass
I
goal,
know.
bro.
But this is because the only reason I felt this way was because her friend was like, you know, sucking dick, getting fingered on the back of the bus by this other guy.
Oh wow.
And so I
That's
thought,
fun.
like, well, you know, why don't I join in on this
Yeah, that
back
was
of the
cool.
bus cesspool sex party that we have going on?
Her friend's just sitting
Hey.
there.
Bro, no,
Hey.
dead ass. So
It's
like,
He's like, hey, Ron, come here.
dead ass. You know what's funny? He actually like was the only like him and his friends, like his little group. They were like the only ones that would choose me for sports teams whenever we would choose sports teams during PE. Like
Damn,
him
you're a
and
good
his
body.
group were the only ones that would like be like, "Oh, you could come with us," like, you know. And they were always so nice to me. And I remember thinking, like,
I'm gonna fuck all of them.
I fucking know. Honestly, I love those boys. They're such little weirdos, but
Like his group of friends were good people. Like
they were
like
that's
all
what I'm
those
saying. They
guys.
were little weirdos, but they were like good people. Like you could hang out with them,
Yeah.
you could talk to them. They didn't judge you.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
they weren't constantly judging you. And in middle school, it was so hard finding people that didn't judge you. And so when I found them, I actually did kind of cling to them and like wanted to like get closer to them because I was like, you know, I fit in with them. Like they don't make me feel weird. Like they don't call me gay. Like, you know, I get along with them.
That's why I tried that shit. Everyone called me gay, so I was like, maybe I am. Fuck.
Maybe I do like dick.
Like, is this,
I feel
everyone seen something I'm not? So I went out and I was like, oh nah.
I feel like you've tried it. Like, I watched
I
gay
mean, you
porn
did
once.
dry hump somebody.
Yeah.
You did
yeah,
now.
yeah. And I was
How
like,
that?
yeah,
I've
this
seen
ain't
gay
it.
porn, too.
I was like, this ain't it, chief.
It's just, yeah, it just isn't. Yeah. Like, I'm not, people freak out too.
Sometimes I still watch straight
Weird.
porn.
Yeah?
I watch a lot of straight porn, actually. Yeah.
That's interesting.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Uh,
You know what? I watch a
usually-
lot of gay porn. still.
Usually, I think it's because
I like
think
how you're being
it's
so
because-
honest today, bro.
I think it's because I'm genuinely like I like a more masculine, you know, more aggressive man, and so.
Mm.
But they do make a lot of straight porn for gay men. Did you guys know about that?
What?
Have you guys ever heard about that?
No.
So like, there's websites like
what are the emphasized like
straight guys for gay eyes, or
Really?
straight guys for gay
yeah, or
guys?
focus on him. And like they'll usually be in positions where like they're more exposed and like they'll focus
Oh,
more on like the
on their
dude.
back ass type
Yeah,
shit.
like it'll be like POV but for the woman.
Oh,
So like from the
Oh, that
woman's
makes
point of
so
view.
much more sense.
Yeah.
Wow, that's cool.
So it's actually kind of hot. I'm not gonna lie, but
is that a little bit of a weird, like, gray,
gray area
like, to a degree? You know what I mean?
to an extent, yes, because I could still watch straight porn
Uh-huh.
like and get off on it,
Mhm.
but I still wouldn't consider myself straight or
Yeah,
like
for sure.
into women, you know? So yeah, I guess that is kind of like a gray area because it's like, well, why do you watch straight porn then? And it's like, well,
Well, I was thinking more like in the
it's-
sense of like, I feel like the reverse would be like seen as like weird. Like if there was like a, I don't know, how would you do that?
What do
Like
you mean?
legit, because like lesbian porn isn't like real fucking lesbians. Let's be honest. But like if there's like a real lesbian like porn site, I feel like it's not for straight guys. It'd be like for lesbians, and it'd be weird. Like I don't know.
Yeah, because definitely with like lesbian porn, so to speak, most of the time it's just women getting paid substantial amount of money, so they're just gonna do it, you know. And most of the time, that's another topic I want to talk about too, is women definitely can get away with being bisexual more than men can.
For
Because
sure.
I know women that can literally fuck around with girls and do stuff with girls, but don't consider themselves lesbians or bi.
Yeah,
They can
for
just
sure.
do it. Like it's not a matter of them actually being
It's pretty
attracted.
common.
Yeah, they just do it and they just get off on it, whatever. But they're not genuinely interested in women, or they're not genuinely like, you know, into chicks or would
They're
date
just
chicks.
having-
Like,
I don't know. Like they probably would say like I'm just having fun. Like
but
whatever.
and
you know
another
what I
thing I don't understand too is why do not all straight men, I can't seem to speak on every straight man's behalf,
Yeah.
but straight men sometimes be so uncomfortable with the gay community and the LGBT community, but they be watching lesbian porn.
Yeah, I've always thought that as a
So
kid.
why are you watching lesbian porn if you're so disgusted by gays and
Uh-huh.
same sexuality couples? Like that doesn't, or same gender couples. That doesn't make any sense.
As a kid,
So you're just a pig.
yeah.
That's all it is.
As a kid, I always remember seeing like people talk about like,
That is a
you
little
can't have
weird.
like
It's
gay
hypocritical.
marriage or whatever. And I'd be like watching the guy on the news talking about that. I'm like, I know this motherfucker watches lesbian porn.
Looks up two
I
girls.
know
Looks, up,
he
looks up
does.
two girls kissing on YouTube.
Yeah.
So do you, Brandon, you watch a lot of porn and you're a straight guy, you
I'm a
would
porn
say.
connoisseur.
You're about 75% straight.
Yeah. It's a pretty
You would
good
say you would
number.
watch more guy girl than
I
girl.
do not watch those.
No, not
It
at all.
bores me.
It's a little disturbing to be honest. They're like really aggressive usually, and like really like they're just too into it. Like it's like they're trying too hard to be into it.
One, it seems disingenuous to me because I know they're not.
Yeah, that
Like,
part
there's,
too.
like, but I mean, porn in general is disingenuous. But
Well, how
and the biggest part is like when I watch porn, I picture myself as the male. I'm like, that's me fucking.
Yeah.
Like in a lesbian, it's like that's like,
like
what
you're
am I
not
gonna
gonna
do?
scissor
That's
a girl.
me
Like,
scissoring.
you're not gonna,
No.
yeah, you're not gonna start scissoring a girl.
I feel like I'm
But
not a part
when-
of it.
Because I do watch it sometimes.
I know you're into that more.
I like to watch a girl touch herself.
Okay.
Like that gets me off. When a girl's doing like
So
she's
solo
touching
play.
herself, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so when a girl's like, playing with herself, like when I like for whatever reason, when a girl and another girl are doing it and she's like, using a dildo or something on the other girl, like that's like, oh, okay, cool. But it has to be two hot girls. I don't
Okay,
watch that shit a lot. You feel
cool.
me? But like that's why I'm
what do you
attracted to
search?
it.
I'm interested. 'Cause you're not
I
a
don't search
connoisseur
nothing.
like
What's
me.
your favorite
I don't search
category?
nothing. I literally just go incognito.
What do you catch
XN. This is literally my process. Incognito. XNXX.com.
Oh, I use that website sometimes.
I wait about 2 seconds and then I go.
the recommended
It gives it like gives you the categories right away and it says today's selections. Click on that or I click on black girls because
Wait, what's your
So-
guys'? Let's talk about fave categories. So, what's your fave category for porn?
so
'Cause
like
you
if
don't
I want to
click
get
a
off.
category, but I'm sure there's like a trend where you
So-
see yourself going towards something more.
So the way I like,
I have a
if I want to
category.
get off like quick, like if I'm just like oh fuck, like
10
no, let's
minutes.
say
I gotta go
Five-
somewhere.
5 second nut.
no, let's say like let's say I want to be like oh I
Go
want
somewhere. Shit, I gotta make this quick.
I got a podcast at 5, fuck it. Nah, let's say I want a good nut, let's say, right? Like whatever a good nut for me would be. It would be I will look somebody up that kind of resembles my girlfriend, right? I'd be like-
We got a simp over here.
No, but like
Because
because
I
I like
look up my girlfriend porn.
That's only
Nah,
she
'cause I like
watches.
to- nah, because
Kissing
I
ass.
already know what it's like in real life. So if I think
Nah,
about that
I
shit in
kinda
real
get that.
life,
Okay.
and then I see it, it's like oh, it gets me off quick because it's like boom, boom, we've
Well,
done
what
this. and I see
category
this,
would you
boom.
consider that?
Black girls probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I kind of get what you're saying because as a kid, I kind of did like freshman year or whatever. Like,
What's your
I had a
category,
mad
Brandon?
crush on someone. Find someone who looks similar to her to a degree. It's kind of weird saying out loud, but
But what's your go-to category
my
whenever
go-to
you're like
category? I would say, dude, I'm a porn connoisseur.
Right.
I fucking watch more porn than the average human being, like for
Yeah.
sure. I've owned multiple porn accounts. Like
Mhm.
I'm deep.
I've owned multiple porn accounts.
He's thousands into porn
Yeah.
accounts, bro.
People hit me up like,
Oh
what's
my
the-
god.
Is it worth this one? He's like, yep.
yeah. I can name hundreds of porn stars off the
Like,
top
I
of
know
my head.
every porn star off the top of my head.
Yeah. So I'm really open. I watch a lot of different stuff.
But like you have to have a fave.
Like I'm like a flavor of a week, but if I had to name it, it'd probably be MILF, I guess. But I don't know.
Mommy issues.
Damn, is that what that means, yo?
Probably.
So
If you're a psychologist, yes.
You guys are probably really gonna like trip out on mine. Well, I kind of have like two that kind of like get me there a little faster.
I gotta say before you go, is the porn gay category
this is straight
similar?
porn. This is straight,
Oh,
porn.
okay.
Yeah, no, this is straight porn. I have one for gay porn too.
Do
So
they
like,
have a DILF category? Like, is that a thing? Like,
let me-
Yeah.
So
Of course.
my
Yeah.
favorite categories for like straight porn would probably have to be like squirt or like.
Whoa!
I know.
I did not see that.
I know you guys.
That's interesting.
That and like
Hey, bro, you straight?
orgy porn, like or like gangbanging porn with like multiple men like involved.
I'm also in that.
And then
category.
for gay porn, my favorite is like the whole stepdaddy like
That's
DILF
what's-
category.
So we're not too different.
Yeah, no, we're not too far off. Actually, I just got daddy issues instead. No, so I definitely think I know, and it's so funny. I even say I have daddy issues, like my dad's not present in my life or something.
That's
My dad has been in my life my whole entire life and never has left. But for some reason, I always
That's what it's
say
considered?
I have daddy issues. Well, why do I fucking want to have sex with older men?
because they're funner. I like to have
You know
sex
what?
with older
Honestly,
women.
older men give way
I date
better
way older.
dick than any like.
So I've always wondered that too, because like,
Have I fucked men old enough to be my father? Yes.
Oh my god,
that's not what I was wondering.
That's what I was gonna
I'm
do.
glad you
Well, he was wondering, so I answered that.
I was
Cleared
gonna,
the air
I'm
for
glad
that.
you
I was
did
gonna
that.
ask how old.
How old?
That just
Okay.
cleared it. Yeah.
I
I
think
can do this.
probably like mid to late 40s, maybe.
Oh my
you know?
lord.
That's what's up.
They're hot. What can I fucking say? And they know
That's
how to dick me
interesting.
Yeah,
down.
that seems. That's my dad.
I actually have a regular that is like in his 30s, I
So
believe.
regular,
Is
you
he,
mean like
is he
side dick,
closeted?
Like comfortable dick. Like
Okay.
Is
no,
it
he's not closeted.
No.
No.
Oh, okay.
But he is very much like
Scared of it.
no, what's the word I'm looking for? Like
Casual.
so he doesn't like butt stuff being done to him. Like he's very much like I'm just a top. Like which I mean to me
Oh shit.
yeah.
He's
So
one of
like
those.
when you're strictly something, I feel like you're kind of bad at sex somehow because
You're
you're
gonna
not
what?
you're not as good because you don't understand both positions because you don't do both positions.
Oh,
you
you're
only do
bad at
one.
sex.
Not bad at sex, but like kind of lazy or like doesn't
not
really
a-
give you the full
What's
experience
the term
that you
that
want.
women use?
Boring.
Yeah, like something lover. Generous lover
Mm-hmm.
is the term. I believe.
Just like missionary.
Like it's almost like if you were like, oh, I don't eat pussy, I only fuck.
this
Like
fucking
I feel like
guy.
it's similar to that. You know what I mean?
Kind of, yeah, that's how he is. Like he won't let me eat his ass and like won't let me
Yeah.
do like.
Jesus Christ.
And his excuse is that butt stuff is meant for boyfriends, and I'm like, well, you
That's
do
not
butt
true.
stuff to me, so and I'm not your boyfriend, so what does that tell you?
That's
And,
like, yeah, I don't get that. Because
And
me
that's why
as
I
a
think it's
straight
boring,
guy,
and I feel like he's kind of like an old school gay because I'm like I feel like he's very much stuck in like an
Old
early
school
2000s
gay.
mentality where
Yeah.
it's like if you're a top, you're more masculine, you're more straight acting, you're more like
It's
you're
like
better, like you're better,
You are
like
this or you're not.
yeah. And to me, like I always say, like reverse boys have more fun, like no
I would
matter
say
what.
for sure.
Like because honestly, if you're reverse, then you know how to top and you know how to bottom and you know like what feels good and what doesn't feel good. But when you only do one, when you only bottom or when you only top, it's like you just expect one thing every time and the sex becomes very bland and boring because it's like,
You can only do one. Yeah.
yeah, you're only doing the same thing over and over again. Like, no, flip that shit around, do some different shit.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm even more open than that guy.
Yeah,
I
see?
let the homie dry hump me too.
Yeah, I know. I know you did. I know you did.
he's like,
I didn't have to ask that.
ass. What do you mean?
I know you left with your back sticky too.
I was
Shit.
wiping cum from the front and the back.
You're like,
Silverback gorillas.
you're
I've
showering.
never heard that. That's a good silverback.
shit.
Silverback gorillas.
That's a good one, yo.
That is a good one.
That's good. I've always said this. You guys know.
I made my girl a silverback
I want my
gorilla.
ass ache so bad.
You know what? Getting your ass eaten feels so fucking amazing.
So,
It's
seems
not
like it
like-
would.
and like I said, I
I feel
got
like
my
it's like the same as a girl getting her pussy.
I
eaten.
getting my gooch
Right.
licked. I got my gooch licked. Like that's as far as that's gone.
If your girl don't lick your gooch, does she really love you?
Yo, that's what I'm saying. Like when she did that, I think my mind like transferred over and was like, "We getting her a house."
You can't
You were
just-
hearing wedding bells in your head.
yeah, you can.
I saw the dress.
The dress you're gonna wear?
This was Ryan.
She ate my ass.
Shit.
I'm wearing the dress.
Yeah, she's got a fucking you. No,
She's like, turn over, bitch.
she had me like a baby diaper. So she's changing my diaper.
She's like, put your legs in the air.
That's a real thing, dude.
I know that is
The
but
baby thing, like
that's
where guys wear
Oh.
a diaper and they have people change
Oh,
them.
don't even
That's
get me started on that. That's another form of pedophilia, if you ask me.
Yeah, it is.
I don't know
It's
if
like
it
a
is.
weird
No, to
version
be
of
into
it.
that like baby, like I act like a baby and it's all sexual and like weird, like That's pedophilia because you're fantasizing that person is a child and you're having
Well, if
sex
you
with
are the
them.
child, though, I was referring to like the one. There's like a one where a guy, like let's say if he was into it, he'd be like wearing a diaper and he tells girl like, "Oh, change me," and like put
After
powder
he
on
shit
my
inside of
ass. Some of them go to that extreme.
my God.
Oh my
I
god.
would tell someone to fuck all the way off before I did
Because
that.
it's not the sexual attraction to being a kid; it's the
The
attraction
nurturing.
to be nurtured and be like you have to have
Like
a major baby trauma.
mommy issues,
Yeah.
bro.
Your mom had
That's-
to smoke crack
And
above
that's
your
on
crib.
and that's on mommy issues right there.
That's heavy.
Like I have
mommy
mommy issues.
Do you?
I
Sure
date
you
way
do.
older.
You know, that's funny. I feel like I have dad. Is your mom in your life though?
No.
No.
My real mom,
Oh,
I
okay.
left her when I was 7. So I have my stepmom now. Right now we have a connection, but it's not the best. But this mom is what I would consider my mom.
Right,
Like this one right here, right?
Mhm.
So it's like, yeah, I have 2 moms. So
But you
it's
do.
like cool.
There definitely is some sort of like conflict there, though. Obviously.
Yeah,
between
obviously it's
You left her
weird.
as
what
a
you're
child.
accepting
Yeah.
and you coming to terms with it and all
Like
that.
obviously it was like
Which is normal.
yeah. So it's
That's
like
normal.
I was like, my mom set me off,
Yeah.
and then never got me back type shit. You feel me? So it's like,
There's
I
like
need-
a,
I
like,
need that,
It's like
like-
an abandonment thing.
yeah, that's why I
Yeah.
date. I feel like that's
Even
why I
if it's on the
can't.
surface.
That's why I
Well,
can't
that's
just
where
like.
mommy and daddy issues come from. It's like a feeling of abandonment, really, and
Most of the time.
and yeah, and like I said, my father's always been in my life. Like he's never been absent. You know, like he's always like been there, but there is obviously some sort of like disconnect or some sort of.
See, so you have it better than my brother. So in Mexico, obviously shit's gonna be different, right? His dad, the second he found out he was gay, his dad was just like, "You're not my son anymore." He just told him, "Get the fuck out of my life.
that happens
You're
a
gonna
lot.
live. You're gonna live with your mom from now on." And now my mom also was like, "Fuck." At first, I was like, "I gave birth to a guy. Like what are you talking?" Because she doesn't have a guy in her life. I left her. Her husband left her. She has one other daughter, you know, and she left her because she's out there pregnant with some other dude. So she has nobody. So the only person she has is this bratty gay dude, you know, because he's an asshole. Like I can say that because he's a real asshole. Like he's not a good person. So it's like,
Which is separate from being, he's
yeah,
not
which
'cause
is
he's
separate
gay.
from that. He's just
He
not
is
a
gay.
that's not- yeah.
yeah, that's exactly. Yes, he's just not a good person. So
Right.
it just sucks for her to be like, you know. So I get where she was coming from, but obviously now like shit's better. Like she takes him to the pageants. You feel me? Like she does all this for him. Like
Most of the time it does take parents coming to terms with it because at first, like my parents weren't exactly like the fondest of it. Sorry. Excuse me. But
that was a good hit, though. It's all good, bro.
Sorry,
That
no,
shit
look.
was like, I
So-
was like, who gave him the vape?
so basically, like they weren't exactly cool with it at first, and weren't exactly like on board with it. And there was a lot of battles. There was a lot of issues.
So was this when you came out on Facebook, or did they already know?
Oh, did they have a different time?
So yeah, so basically, I came out to like a handful of friends first, like people I was close with, people that I could trust, people that I know didn't have malicious intent to out me or make me, And so I did that.
Damn, the confidence you gotta have with people like
It
that.
was hard. It was really hard. And I remember my brother kind of this fucker kind
Younger or
of forced
older?
me out of the closet. And like
Like in a good way.
yeah, like he
Oh,
wasn't
okay.
he wasn't angry or upset. He just wanted to know the truth. And like I think that motherfucker went through like my messages or my texts or something because he knew a lot of details about stuff that I never told him about.
Mm.
So I'm like, how would you even know that? What would even bring your like suspicion about that?
Mhm.
So he bugged me for like days on like if I was gay, and I was like, no,
Is he
no, I'm
older
not.
or younger brother?
Older, 3 years older.
Okay.
And so like, and he had already had like a gay friend and all that stuff, and he's in high school. He knows the typical like average gay person, like, and so he kind of like questioned me and grilled me about it, and then like eventually I just got so sick of him asking that I was just like, yeah, I fucking am. Like what,
Mhm.
And then he was like, oh, okay. He's like, well, I wanted to know, like, and I was like, well, fuck you, now you know. And then like as time went on. I got in trouble one night because I was at a friend's house doing homework. Okay, I got in trouble for that.
Legitimately?
Yes.
At a guy's friend's house.
No, this was a girlfriend. I was
Oh,
at her
wow.
house. We were doing homework, and I came home like a little later than my parents expected. I guess I don't know. And they were fucking pissed, right? And so I'm like, they take my phone.
White people.
Dead ass. And like, so they take my phone, and I was also like 14 at the time, and this is like my first like high school experience, like
Oh,
going
wow.
and doing something like
Mhm.
on a weeknight too.
So they were like, would you say a little bit more stricter? I would say
at the time, yes, they were a little more like they didn't want me out past 10, like they didn't want me, you know, like at people's houses, like they were a little strict at the time. So they took my phone and they gave it back to me the next morning. And I noticed like my phone was unlocked.
Oof.
So I got kind of scared. I was like, oh shit. I'm
fuck.
like, that means and I was talking to one of my friends earlier in the day how I thought my substitute teacher was really cute. And it was a male teacher, and it was specifically talking about a dude. And so I'm thinking in my head, like, oh my God, they went through my messages and saw that. Like, they are already suspecting stuff out of me, like thinking that I was like partying or doing bad shit. That they actually like went through my phone. So like I'm carrying around this burden all day, like, oh my God, like they know I'm gay, like holy shit, what am I gonna do? And so I'm talking like, and my brother had already known, so I'm kind of like telling him like, I think they know, and like he's like, let's just like wait and see, you know, like you don't know yet. And so we get home, my mom's still kind of pissed at me, whatever. But then like I'm like, okay, I need to know, like I need to know if they went through my phone or not. And so I asked my mom, I go, did you go through my phone yesterday? And her trying to trick me, thinking I was gonna confess something or thinking that I was gonna like tell her some bad shit I was doing. And I go, well, are you mad? And she was like, I don't know, am I mad or am I disappointed? So in my mind, I'm thinking like, oh my God, she
shit.
knows. Like, she
Yeah.
fucking knows now. And so then I went to my room, like, didn't say anything. My brother goes back there with me and he's like, yo, like, what are you gonna do? Like, I was like, I don't know. Like, I go, I'm not even sure.
What was your impression that like if they did find out, like did you think it was gonna be a negative?
Oh yeah, I was totally scared. I thought like, oh my
Damn.
God, like they're gonna like kick me out. They're gonna do something, you know?
Mhm.
And so my brother was like, I don't know if she knows. And I was like, basically I told him like, well, just tell her anyways. Like, you know, I didn't really say that, but he was like, well, do you want me to like, and I'm like, honestly, I go, if she asks and like she knows, then yeah, just say it. Like, so then she's still trying to trick us and get something out of my brother. And so he's like, so you went through his phone, huh? And my mom was like, yeah, I did. And he was like, oh, he's like, yeah, so like you saw what you saw, you know? And then she was like, yeah, tell your dad. And so he was like, wait, you haven't already talked to him about this? Like, you didn't bring this up already? And so he
Were
was
you
like,
guys kind of like starting to
well, no, until he goes, are we talking about the same thing? And she's like, yeah, you know. And he was like, oh, that he's gay?
Oh.
And my mom was like, what? Like, totally like thrown off by this.
Yo.
And my brother was like, oh
He's like,
shit.
"Fuck."
Like, yeah, he was like, she didn't fucking know.
Rewind.
She had
He's
no
like, psych.
idea. Yeah, no. And so
April
then,
Fools.
yeah, so then my mom was like, what, you know? And then like they left, they went to do something, and then they came back and like we had a discussion, and it ended up in me and my dad arguing and me getting really upset and crying and pissed off. And then like we just walked away, you know, let it go for the night. But then as like weeks went on, things kind of started to happen where they would get more pissed at me about something, and like they would take my phone for whatever reason or take something from me for whatever reason, like just to be pissed. And it got to the point where it was like we battled so much about it that I kind of was just like, you either need to accept it or you're not going to have a son, or you're going to have one son, because I'm not going to stick around and take this. And I go, and if I leave, I'm gone. Like, I'm not coming back. You're never going to hear from me again. You're never going to speak to me again. And honestly, I've always been the type of stubborn ass kid where like I will take shit to the fucking grave and I will do what I have to do.
Have you ever ran away?
In order, not necessarily, but I did move out at one point. But I basically told them like, you know, you're either going to accept it or you're not going to have me as a kid. Like the choice is yours. Like you either accept it, deal with it and move on, or you don't have a son. And that's up to you. I go, but I am who I am and I'm not changing. And there's not anything that's going to change that or, you know. And so it kind of just like made them realize like, okay. And like even my senior year when I cheered, I know they had a hard time like coming around for stuff and doing stuff because they felt like kind of almost embarrassed. But like, I remember my senior night. Remember senior night for football and cheer when they, you know, well, it was senior night and, you know, the parents show up and they walk with the seniors.
Yeah.
Well, I remember like they were kind of being like weird about it, kind of being dicks, like getting mad, like, well, we're just not going to come then. And I literally just told them, like, I got so frustrated and so pissed off because I was like trying to practice and warm up and shit. And I literally told them, I was like, look, if you guys don't want to fucking be here, then don't be here. I go, let me be the only kid on the field with no fucking parents. I go, and I can walk with my cheer girls. I go, go ahead, because I'll fucking do it. Like, I don't care anymore. Like, if you're so embarrassed and so ashamed of being here, like, no. And then my mom realized, because, like, I got pissed. Like, she realized, and so, like, they found their way in or whatever. But then when they called my name, and like, you know, people were cheering, my cheer girls were all like, well, you know, like, and all that stuff. And they realized like how much pull I actually had there and how well liked I was by people. And kind of were just like, well, shit, like maybe we shouldn't have this, like, you know, because one of the things they did tell me, like, you know, we're scared for you. Like, we don't know, like people can be so harsh and so mean. And yeah, things do happen. Things like that do happen. But honestly, I feel like I move through life like a fucking pit bull. And like, I wish a motherfucker would try me in public and say some homophobic shit or say some offensive ass shit to me, because that will be the fucking day. That will literally
you throw hands, right?
Yeah,
like,
no, like I'm an angry ass bitch. And like, if you piss me off just enough,
that's the thing,
I don't care how big you are. I don't care nothing. Like, if you have enough rage inside of you and enough anger, you will fuck somebody up. Like, that's all 100%. It boils down to, because at that point it's just all adrenaline and all like, you know, and I'm the type of person where I'm like, try me, fucking try me, like say some disrespectful shit to me, say something that is going to get on my goddamn nerves, because I will swing on you. I will fucking swing on you. But I know that not everybody has a mentality, and there are still to this day gay hate crimes and stuff that go on. So I get it, you know.
That's
I understand.
So wild, yeah.
I know. I don't understand how you can hate somebody based off of sexuality, gender,
just hate somebody about
race, whatever reason,
just because of how they are. Like, why the fuck do you give a shit? Person, like, why do you care?
Or even if like,
if you don't like it, walk away.
Like, if you're religious and like you're like, oh, I don't think gay people should have rights or whatever. Like if you genuinely feel like that, I still wouldn't be like confrontational. I would just be like, oh, you're not going to heaven, and I'll just keep it moving. Like, I wouldn't say anything. Like, so like when you say something, I'm like, what's the goal? Like, that's so much effort. Like
you really want to let
a waste of energy.
Like, you really want to let him know, like, I do not like what you're doing. You're
I've never had that amount of energy to be like, random person that's never done anything to me, like I gotta fucking say something to you. Like, I'm not that like at all. Like, I'm like, I'll keep it moving. I don't care enough about anything.
Bro, that's so bad.
That's insane.
Horrible.
So bad.
I'm like, just mind your business.
I think it's there's that old phrase. It's like hurt people or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like you like are like low key like damaged, and you're like
he wants to feel so good.
You just see someone that's like gay and having a good time, and you're like, fuck you. Like,
you want to make them feel so bad.
Yeah.
So you feel so good. Like, all right, bro.
That's a problem.
Like, there's something wrong with you.
Yeah, it's a mental thing, because at that point it's just like, well, you're insecure about something and you feel bad about something. So
you dry humped one of your friends as a kid.
Yeah, you definitely
you haven't gotten over it.
Didn't come to terms with it. So
it's really eating you up, dude.
Yeah, that's really affected you.
You take it out in a road rage incident,
that's
bro.
Nuts.
Honestly, like I don't even care what other people do. Like, if it's not harming anyone or affecting anyone, like I really don't give a shit. Like what you're doing. Like, I've never
Just
like
keep it moving.
You literally just keep it moving. Like, what is the purpose? Like, you're literally wasting energy getting angry over that person over something they cannot control.
Yeah.
For whatever reason. And it's just nonsense. Like, it's literal nonsense. Like, I don't understand it. And probably never will.
Seems extra.
Yeah, it seems very extra and very just like, well, you got a lot of pent up anger in there.
You have to be bored as fuck protested gay rights, like
Yeah.
Pride Parade or whatever. Like,
Oh, people that
those
talk
people
about
are
people that talk
nuts.
about wanting straight pride. Oh my god!
I joke about saying that shit because it's so.
You're so
dumb.
proud of being like everyone else. You're
Isn't that
so proud of being
wild?
like the majority of the
Like, yo,
population.
they're so hurt that they're like, no, hold up. We gotta do this too. We gotta do this too.
straight pride.
It's funny because
Hey,
like
bro, we
parades are like
Like
Pretty
what?
gay,
What
bro.
suppression have you gone through
Yeah.
in order to fucking feel like you need something to be proud of or something to, you know? Like, have you ever had someone look at you funny for being straight? Have you ever had anyone look at you funny for holding your girlfriend's hand or boyfriend's hand when you're a male or female, whatever? Like, no. And honestly, like, even though I've never experienced like blatant discrimination, like no one's ever come up to me and offended me, hurt me, you know, assaulted me, whatever.
to your face.
Yeah, but I've been in public before with, you know, exes and other boys and stuff holding hands, and people do be looking different.
Yeah.
Like they look at you differently and they look at, you know, like kind of like almost like it's a taboo for them or like it's something, you know, they've never seen before. But it's like
you just feel the energies. Like,
yeah,
off.
like you could just tell like they're looking for whatever reason, you know. And so I do get what it's like, you know, to have someone, you know, look at you differently for, you know, something that's totally beyond your control at that point too. And it's like, and most of the time, most of the like boyfriends that I have had, they have a hard time with PDA and like holding hands or yeah, or
I can see that.
yeah, kissing in public. Like they would get so weird. And honestly, I'm the type where I'm like, I don't give a fuck. If someone, like I said, if someone has something to say, like say something. Like let's talk about it, you know? Whatever. But then they were the more timid type, so they would be like, oh, like don't do that, whatever. Because like I'll be the type like I'll fucking grab his ass in public, like whatever, like I don't care, like I do what I want, like that's my man, like I want to, you know, fuck around, be cute, whatever. And they would always be like, oh my god, stop, babe, like and that would come from the fear of like someone looking at them different or saying something, because they were always the more like kind of insecure, like not so like.
Do you think it's always that though? Because like I kind of don't like PDA. Like even straight stuff.
Not necessarily, but also when I say PDA, I'm talking about like holding hands or like a peck here and there. I'm not talking about making out or like
that shit bugs me.
Yeah, being like all over each other. Like no, that is a little weird.
I have to, like,
think
walk
it's weird.
around you. Like,
I don't want to see. Yeah, I don't want to see any couple making out in public. Yeah, gay or straight. I don't want to see that. But like it's literally like the basics, like holding hands or like, you know, giving a peck here and there, like whatever.
That's
like,
extra.
The biggest one that bugs me because it's so dumb to me is mostly cholos do this shit. It's the walking behind the girl.
I know what you're talking about.
Where you were walking like that. Like, you guys like walking like penguins, bro. That shit's like, bro, come on.
That shit kills me.
Like I just need to see one fall. It's just like they trip over each other.
On a shoelace.
Ah, shit. And just boom, they both go down.
That shit bugs.
That'd be perfect, bro.
Hilarious.
Bro,
God damn.
will you play this clip? Yeah.
Wait, hold on. Before you do that, I kind of have to pee.
Oh, me too, bro. Let's go.
Okay.
Are you cool with being outside, or do you want to go outside?
No, that's fine. Can we like pause this though, or does it just
Nah, we just Brian's about to say some shit.
I can pause it if you want.
If you want.
Would that be easier editing wise?
Probably. Sure.
Alright.
That'd be cool.
Hit play. We back.
All right, bro. Check it out.
Alright, play this video.
White Claw! Independence Day! Everyone's just here for the whole day. Just, you know, drink day beers, seltzers, whatever it is, shotgun beers. Oh, gotta love Trump. He loves money. He's good with money. Everything about money. What's your favorite way to spend money? Favorite way to spend money? Beers? Beers is favorite way to spend money. Happy 4th of July. White Claw!
I think we're about to do some body shots real quick with the Truly. Fuck the brake fluid. We sitting fucking straight gas over here. And I got some gas for you later too, Andrew, for real.
Okay, so I was gonna bring my mask. It's in the car. My mask is in the car.
I snorted salt, did tequila, and I rubbed the limes in my eyes, and you bang your head on the fucking table. Hit me up on the fucking gram. Salt, tequila, hit your head on the table.
Brick wall in front of us, we ain't slowing down. It's all gas, no brakes.
My thing with
It's all got
alcohol
no
is no
brakes.
matter what I'm drinking, it could
This
be
is
top
Ryan.
shelf tequila. It's gonna get me fucked up. Or I could drink $5 vodka, and that's gonna do the same exact effect.
That'll cure Corona.
Right here in Marquette, Michigan. My name's Marty, but around here I go by Party Marty. This is broccoli.
Hey, yo, Ryan.
And that's all I can
These
drink.
people are so serious.
Yeah.
What are you most passionate about in life?
Cocaine, bad bitches, and alcohol. Cocaine, alcohol, and bad bitches.
That's me actually. Wait, hold on. That's actually me.
We should live by that motto.
Just speaks to the soul, you know?
How do you feel? Don't listen to what the fuck she said. Cocaine, bad bitches, and alcohol is way cooler.
You guys know each other?
Yeah, she's one of my bad bitches from Marquette.
Yeah, this is one of my good friends.
What's your guys' favorite memory together?
I've ate her ass like 10 times.
Holden!
We're state champions 2019.
18.
State champions! What is that on your chest right there?
The Upper Peninsula, Michigan.
What does it mean to be from the Upper Peninsula of Michigan?
Great.
I ain't really from here. I'm from Baltimore, Maryland, but I came up here for the med plan program promoted at Northern Michigan University. And I'll tell you, from what I've met, these guys are so much more friendlier than Baltimore. You know, crab cakes and all that type of shit. I wish they had it up here, but it's still a good-ass time coming up here, and I appreciate it. I wish our flag had more recognition, but they don't give it. They say our flag is terrible. Independence Day!
I live across the street. My name is Tim Trito. This is the craziest this beach has ever been in my whole life, right in the midst of a pandemic. All these people come up, and they're coming from people from Florida, people from all over the country, Texas.
This video makes me want to wear a mask.
I think we're going to see a spark in Marquette. I mean, you see where we are. We're not going down into that craziness.
Does anyone actually know someone with it? Any of you guys know someone with coronavirus?
I fucking don't.
So it might be a lie.
Detroit rappers don't get corona, dude, because they drink lean.
Is that literally the cure?
So I'm in a nursing major and all that shit. Coronavirus is 100% real, but who gives a fuck right now? Do you have it? Fuck no.
Do you know someone with it?
There's motherfuckers that have it. I don't know.
But you don't know anyone with it.
That's the thing. You can have
it might be a lie. A little bit of them have it, but we're gonna get through it. We're, strong, united country.
I don't really like America. It kind of sucks. Black Lives Matter.
I just know that
She's the only one I like right now.
So I know he got into art, and every time we go to a beach, he does this stuff. And,
Oh my
I swear
Lord.
he's a chick magnet because of this.
I am Evan
Total
Burke,
chick
I'm
magnet.
Cat the Sandcastle chick magnet. My dad's an artist. He taught me how to do this shit.
I know there's a lot of controversy going on and shit, but we're still American, you know what I mean? It's July 4th, Independence Day, and we all shit the same color at the end of the day. We're all equal. We're out here deep. We're gonna get Andrew a kill tonight. You understand me? He might have a little 2-for-1, 3-for-1.
It reminds me of like
Who
an
knows?
Aziz
Andrew got it
Ansari
going
character.
tonight. Shotgun truly to you.
All these
Phil,
people seem like
truly,
characters
Ruly.
from like a movie or
We're
some
gonna
shit.
get you a kill, and it's gonna be
are
unreal.
real
We're getting
people.
Andrew a kill.
Yeah,
Fuck
these
the
are real life
bars.
people.
You just have to say who you are, Andrew.
There's
You get
movies
fucking
based on
kills.
people like this.
Are you fucking kidding me? Are you kidding me, Andrew? You really don't think you can get kills tonight? Seriously. There are birds waiting for you to hunt. Just gotta say I'm full send, bro. You got the fucking camera and shit. Like, are you kidding me? You got it.
I'm full send. Can I kill you?
No, that's no. That's another shit.
I'm full
said
send.
nah,
Can I
nah.
kill you?
No, say, hey, look, hey, I'm Andrew. Let me get a fucking kill.
Shocked or unshocked, bitch? How you want it?
You got a dart or no?
What's that mean?
I thought you got a fucking dart or no?
I don't have a dart.
Yo!
6, that's God's area code.
Wow.
Everyone, please
Oh,
vote.
this girl.
If you don't vote, what are you doing?
Over 240,000 on TikTok. TV.
I love TikTok.
240,000 on TikTok.
There's a lot of issues going on in the world right now.
Funny her face is being shown.
Fucking, how many?
Because she is
We got over
popular.
240,000
TikTok.
now.
236,000 followers.
200,040 followers.
But it feels good because I can promote things that are actually going on in the world right now.
What do you care about?
I care about everything. I care about everything that's going on in the world right now.
Top 3 issues.
Top 3 issues. Well, definitely COVID's one of the biggest things right now.
240,000 on TikTok.
If people are on the social media following, they should be promoting what they think should be going on in the country. And I think right now everybody should be fighting for what should be going on. If you're fighting for the wrong reasons, then why fight? Because there's a lot of issues going on in the world right now. And if you're not fighting for the right reasons, then why be out here?
Listen,
How many people do you plan on saving today?
Someone usually drowns on 4th of July.
But what about dying from the other thing?
From like heat stroke?
No, the other thing.
What other thing?
What's up out here from the 309? I'm Pat
This
Riley.
guy's
We're out here
so-
doing Marquette shit, getting wasted. Beep, 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 back it up. You know
He's
what I'm saying?
amazed.
What's that mean? The dump trucks. The big booty bitches. Yeah. You see that rock? I was just on that rock. I've been on that rock before. It's all about jumping off big rocks.
Some of these people are a mood. I'm not gonna lie.
Sunscreen. To be honest, I don't think many things on anyone's mind out here. No one's really thinking about, the shit that's going on. I don't know. Shit, anything else you want to say to the country? If I had a harmonica, I'd be ripping that shit. Oh, yeah.
He's a mood 100%.
Yeah.
He really is.
I didn't mind him as much.
Yeah. He seems like an innocent dude who's just fucking
He's just so happy, like.
Fuck yeah. That's amazing.
He got a shirt on in the middle of the beach, though. That says something about his character.
Yeah.
He pulled up to the llama. Of course he did.
I'm weak. Oh, wow. That was fucking interesting. That was real interesting.
That's all gas, no brakes. If you guys want to see some funny ass interviews.
That was hilarious.
Yeah. There's like a porn convention one. The flat earth one is hilarious.
I knew people like that existed. I just didn't realize the severity of it.
Are you conspiratorial?
To an extent, yes, I am. But
what's your
the conspiracies though that I believe in, I feel like are genuinely actually really happening.
Okay,
and I'm not just saying that because I'm being biased, but it's like, no, because all the facts and all the points are actually leading to this. It's just a big cover up.
That's what's funny about conspiracy theories is like you kind of get lumped in with like
weird shit,
like crazy shit.
Certain conspiracy theories, I'm kind of like I'm on the fence about, like JFK's death. I definitely feel like there was something more to that situation because he was so quick to get shot before he was even arrested. Like he was being taken away and then someone just rolls up and shoots him.
Yeah. And that was a cop.
Blank. Yeah.
It was it was actual cop.
Exactly. So to me, that whole story was a little strange and a little bizarre. I don't know if you guys have heard about the whole Pizzagate.
Oh yeah, the
the whole pedophilia, sex trafficking ring that's going on. I genuinely do believe that conspiracy is very much 1000% real because it is so censored to us. It's not even funny. Like the censorship of it is insane. I posted a picture of Ellen DeGeneres and I basically was like explaining the situation, the Pizzagate situation. Instagram took it down. Instagram removed my post saying it was a hate post. No, bitch, that was truthful as fuck, and that's why you guys took my post down.
Wild,
do you think it's the actual? Because like I've heard, like I get I believe that there's definitely politicians and rich people that fuck kids for sure, 100%.
Almost definitely, pedophilia is more common than we think, and more common than we know.
I think it's more used as a weapon than it is them liking it.
I was actually talking about this with some friends. I'm like, so what is the thing? Is it that pedophiles just happen to be good at getting rich or get power, or is it when you get power,
you crave more power? And what is the most power you can have than dominating a small person?
Yeah,
a child.
That's what we basically
and I feel like for me, pedophilia isn't so much you're attracted to the child, you're attracted to the power.
Okay, so would the power be? Oh, I can make Bill Clinton, this former president, or I can make this guy.
Bribery.
That's what I'm saying. Like, isn't that more of it? More powerful though?
That's a very small sliver, but I think it's more of the power dynamic of being able to dominate this person, and I think it's the power of it of being
control.
Like, this is you can control this person's like.
So you really think it's more pedophilia than it is a blackmail thing?
Yeah,
because I think it's more of a like. These guys get here and then he's like, I'll invite you here. And then all of a sudden it's like,
no, it's a genuine want. It's a genuine crave for it.
Because you couldn't do that to me. Like if the CIA was like, oh, come here to this hotel and then they bring a kid in my room, I'd be like, what the fuck is going on?
But you don't know that's a kid. Like,
you know. Some of them are,
you were saying you know?
Some of them are like 15, 14, bro.
Like 12. Try
this
again.
This bitch is playing Roblox in my room. I'm not smashed.
Okay, but you're going to an island where this guy's assuring you like there's gonna be girls there.
Island with this guy, bro.
Okay, but you don't know
you have to be
that,
a certain type of person, bro.
This guy's a billionaire. You're not gonna go to his island. No. You don't know that there's fucking kids there. Like
when they get there, they find out
that there's kids there. No,
he's telling them that there's coochie on the island at least.
Maybe that, and they're like, "Hey, look, nobody's gonna know nothing," but they don't know that they're fucking 16, 17.
Let's say even if I do go to the island, all these dudes go like 22 times or something like that. Like I think Bill Clinton went like 21 times.
Okay, that guy, maybe he's into it.
If I go once and I'm like, oh, there's a bunch of kids on this island, I'm like, I bet I'm out.
But like that's the thing. I don't know
I
if they
would
know
report
that they're
it for sure.
kids, bro.
They're young.
No, but I
bro.
guarantee you,
They're not
though,
17. It's not like
they're like little
all
kids,
17 years.
like,
Like it's like
10, 11,
it's like
12,
12
13,
to
like
15.
little kids.
Maybe some of them. Yeah.
Clearly
This bitch
But I feel like
under
I
children,
feel like it
like,
starts
children.
off.
This bitch isn't
like-
even wearing a bra yet. Like
Bro.
she's coming in with her Barbie doll.
Like I feel like it's bad off the beginning. Like they bribe him in with some other shit, and then they're like, "No, I got you," and they're like, "No," but like
I
whatever.
feel
No,
like
there's been
you have
things
to have
released and
want
stuff.
to get in there.
Yeah.
Like I don't think you're completely innocent if
it's
you're
an
walking
obsession.
in there.
It's an obsession with power. It's an obsession because if you notice, most of the people that did do it are some of the most successful people in the world.
Yo,
And there is a demonic like ritual that goes behind all that. And you know, some of it becomes kind of a gray area because it's like some of it does seem a bit, well, that's a bit far out there, that's a bit far fetched. But some of it does seem very accurate and does seem very true because all of these people have one thing in common: power.
Yeah.
They all have success, they all have power, and it all happened like this.
Mhm.
Rapid, happened so quick. And it's like, you know, there has to be an explanation for that. There has to be some sort of, and honestly, I think it all boils down to evil energy. And I think that this country is ran by pure evil energy and greed and
Like
power.
almost any country, like power,
Yeah, it
leads you down.
And I
evil.
even say, no matter how innocent or no matter how modest a person says they are, when they receive power, it's gonna get to their head, and then greed and other sick factors are gonna start fucking with you and playing with you because now you have this power and you could do whatever the fuck
you have
want.
options that you've never been
Exactly.
exposed to, so you don't really
Exactly.
know who you are in that situation unless you're in that situation.
You're in it, yeah.
I agree.
A true modest person is a humble, simple life person, not someone that's a billionaire or grew up with a golden spoon in their mouth. No, that's not a modest person. They're not modest. They don't know what modesty is because they are born into privilege and have nothing but success going for them.
Work for nothing.
I think part of it is too, like it's
Never
also
work a
in
day
the
in their
power
life.
dynamic. Is you know, like you hear fucking in public or whatever. Like the thrill of it is like possibly getting caught.
Adrenaline, yeah.
I
Or
think that's
someone
also
seeing
the
you.
fucking the kid thing is like power because you're way more physically dominant and all that stuff.
And you're breaking the
and
law.
it's like you're breaking the law and you're like rich enough to where you like get away with the shit. And that's like part of the turnover.
I really don't understand how somebody can look at a minor and have an attraction or think, you know, I want to do something sexual to them. Because when you look at our children, you know, they're so pure. They have the purest minds, purest hearts. Literally, they don't think about sexual things. That thought does not cross their mind. Things like that don't, that's not supposed to cross their mind. And whenever it's forced upon them, then instantly that's creating years of trauma and damage because that person is going to carry that with them for the rest of their life.
Yeah, lifetime.
And they're could possibly become sex addict, drug addict, whatever, eating disorders, all because of this one experience they had by an adult who made that choice, not them.
yeah.
The adult made that choice and pursued that and made that decision.
Somebody
Therefore,
fucked them
yeah,
up.
and you're literally creating a life of trauma for an innocent mind because children are innocent. Like, I don't care what anyone says. Children have the purest, most innocent minds. And
They're like what's the term? It's like you're clay and you can easily be
sponges.
molded. Yeah.
They're sponges.
Mhm.
Yeah. And yeah, our actions shape the children around us. And I don't care what any adult says. And that's why I can't stand when parents or adults don't take accountability for the trauma or abuse or experiences that they've bestowed upon a child because they think, well, I didn't mean bad by it. Well, it did something bad to them and it shaped their mind differently and it made them feel some type of way. And that's not good. That's hurtful. And especially with situations like rape and molestation, it causes a lifetime of trauma and issues for a person that they're not going to be there to clean up, nor do they care if they're even having them, you know?
I listened to this one, like I can't help but feel the way I do sometimes. And like I learn and I adapt, I'm open-minded. And like I've always been like if a guy gets fucked by an older girl, like a kid male gets fucked by an older girl, I'm like
how old we talking though?
Like I don't know, like if you're like
the school shit, like
if you're like
a teacher student.
yeah, if you're like 15 and you get fucked by some hot
I have
teacher,
an issue about that too.
I've always like the guy in me, I'm like, whatever, dude, like you got pussy, like yeah. But then
fucked
like
the teacher you thought was hot.
I talked to or not talked to, but I read this guy's story. He's a Smash Bros player or whatever.
Of course he is.
But So when he was like 12 or 10 or I don't remember the age. I totally don't remember the age. But he was young.
10. That's
And
a little
he's I don't remember the age. So I could be totally off.
Can you
But
play
I remember
video
he was
games
young. And his mom like fucked up. And I don't remember if the mom was physically a part of it. But he
Oh wow.
like she had him fuck a lot of her friends or whatever.
Ooh, for
And he was
drugs or
like,
whatever.
I don't know why, but like he basically got like molested.
Camped out. Yeah.
Yeah, as a kid.
This
And
mom
I was
pimped him
like,
out to his
my
friends.
first reaction as a guy was like
See,
whatever.
that's different
like
though. That's different.
yeah. But then I like read how he's like said it affected his life and stuff, and I was like, maybe I'm being too close minded about that subject. You know what I mean? Because like it could like fuck up your relationship with how you view women and like, you know what I mean? Like he said he was scared of women after that because his only experience of women were them taking advantage of him and like using him.
And okay, see that situation is a little different. So like you know how we mentioned like the whole teacher student thing.
Mhm.
You know, if he's 16, 17 and they have sex.
16,
whatever.
17 is a little different. Like,
but,
I mean,
but if you
Is it
have a parent, because I heard about this situation with a little girl and her dad doing that to her.
I can't help but have the
And no, that kind of
bias.
situation is very different because at that point, it's literally pure manipulation. And they're telling the child that it's the right thing to do. They need to do that for them. And usually it's to get them money, you know, to get them. So they'll tell them, you need to do this for us or whatever. That right there is pure manipulation. And that is being taken advantage of. And when you're that little, and if you're going through an experience like that, then yeah, you are going to only associate women with sexual pleasure or only wanting to have sex with you. And same with that little girl. Her dad would literally take her to like dressing rooms, put her in the dressing room. Another man would go in there, grab her, take her, they'd go have sex or whatever. And he was telling her, like, you need to do this for us. This is for the family, you know? And it was because he was getting paid for it. And so those kind of situations are wrong. You're pimping out your child at that point.
100%.
Yeah, pimping out any person is wrong.
Yeah, I
in
can't even
general.
live with myself.
Yeah,
Suppose.
let alone
God.
your minor child. Like
That's
you're
disgusting.
selling somebody for sex so you can gain money.
I don't get how you fucking look your own daughter in the fucking face after.
You got to be literally a sick, demented fuck to be able to do that. That right there is pure evil. And you know how they say like there's things like possessions and stuff. I think things like possessions do exist, and that's why evil people exist, because evil things happen like that. You have to literally be so wrong or so messed up in here to be able to inflict that kind of trauma upon someone and be okay with it.
I disagree with you on that with the possession thing, only because like I
Wait, what do
feel
you
like that's you're saying like possessed like evil or whatever. I think that's like
well, I don't mean like literal,
I know,
like a demon, you know, but
I
I'm
know what
saying
you
like
mean.
there is an evil energy that lays inside
I
of them
think
that
it's
causes
like-
them to act that way or be that way.
I think it's hard for people to understand, especially normal fucking human beings, to understand just like how fucked up another human is capable of being. Especially in the generation that we live in, it's like one of the best. It's the
Like,
best
fam,
time
there's
to be
videos
alive.
out there.
Because like you
We're
know,
definitely our
2,000
generation.
years ago.
Our generation, Generation Z, is considered the most progressive
Wait, time
generation.
Out. Are we millennials?
We're not
It's-
millennials. We're Gen Z.
It's hard to. It's like
What year
they
were you
always
born?
fucking change it.
96.
You are a millennial. What are you?
97.
Okay, so we're both Gen Z. You're kind of
Is
a
that the
millennial.
cutoff?
97 is the first year of Generation Z.
Oh, wild ass 97 out of nowhere.
And
Change
Generation
it all the
Generation
fucking
Z is considered to be the
Retards.
most progressive generation, and we're the most biased to political parties. So most of us consider ourselves to be moderates because we're so skeptical of labels that we avoid them as much as we can, including politics. So we honestly, myself, I don't consider myself to be liberal or Republican
I've never
at
heard
all.
that, to be honest. That's interesting.
Yeah, no, I think I'm
I
very
assume the
moderate.
opposite.
Really?
With Gen Z, like I thought they would be the most
Stuck up?
Like they would know
not stuck
about
up,
it.
but like
Privileged?
in camps already, like growing up, because it's so like in the atmosphere. I didn't know they'd be the most moderate.
For us, we're
don't know.
literally the most like in the middle because our generation is known for hating labels and disliking labels. And
That's
yeah,
interesting.
I'm very much that way. I don't like if somebody calls me a liberal, I'm like, no, I'm not liberal. Like, I don't agree with every liberal view. Socially, I'm very liberal. I believe in human rights. I believe in equality for everyone, you know, no matter what sex, gender, race, whatever. But as far as the government goes, I really hate the government. And most of the time, the right is kind of anti. Yeah, it's kind of anti-government, kind of against that.
The older I've gotten a little bit more conservative points in me.
And I kind of understand some conservative points, and I kind of understand some liberal points. But that's why I've kind of come to the conclusion that I'm like, well, I'm not on either side because I don't 100% agree with either side.
Yeah, I don't fuck
There's
with
some
anybody.
stuff on the left that I'm like, no, that's absurd. That's not right. And there's some stuff on the right that I'm like, no, that's absurd. That's not right. You know?
Yeah.
So it's kind of hard to be like, oh, I'm just this or oh, I'm just that. No, because I don't identify as either because I don't categorize myself as either. I don't want to categorize myself as either. I want people in power to just be good people, and I want equal representation for everyone, every sex, race, gender, like sexuality, whatever. There needs to be representation from everyone because old white men can't speak on everyone's behalf. They can't. I'm sorry.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah, it's so weird.
That's who makes up everything, like the rules.
They're the ones that decide everything for us. That's
right, bitch.
I've said so many times, I'm sick of old white men.
Whiteys, bro.
I'm sick of old white men telling me what to fucking do.
Yeah.
I don't need them to tell me what to do anymore.
I've made this joke before, but it's a good joke. It's the hardest fucking time to be white ever. And the joke is that it's not hard to be white, but we've had the least amount of, like, we're still number one. Don't get me fucking wrong, but we've. I
mean, I wouldn't say
it's like
that.
It's like we were like this, and now we're like we still control all the power.
I think that
people are catching on.
what you're trying to. I think what you're trying to say is more so. It's like there's a negative connotation to being white now because the association with
the
it
joke is that
is that most white people are racist, most white people are misogynistic, whatever,
which
isn't entirely true, but that connotation does come with that now because of the image that most awful white people have put into people's heads because that's what's displayed to media, not good, genuine people that really don't give a fuck. And because there are white people that, I've met plenty of cool white people that don't give a shit, don't care about
race has nothing to do with your ideology.
Exactly. But to me, it sucks because
there are trends.
And that's why stereotypes come into play. And it's like, there's a stereotype that all white people are racist. And like, that's true. There are a lot of white people that are racist, but that does not mean that every single white person is racist. That's not the case because I have met white people that aren't homophobic, aren't racist, aren't misogynistic, whatever. And I don't think it's fair that they get categorized under the same category as some backwoods piece of shit who is totally, racist, homophobic, misogynistic. And that's not fair to me because it's like they shouldn't be categorized into the same category because they're not the same person and they don't display the same energy that those awful, ugly people do.
It's the same thing as like stereotyping a black person or a Mexican person.
Or stereotyping straight men for me.
Yeah.
Because honestly, I've had bad encounters with straight men. And then I've had, like the one I explained earlier, super good encounters with straight men where they didn't even think twice about my sexuality, nor did they ever give a shit. They just thought I was cool as a person and genuinely wanted to be my friend. And that's why senior year, I was friends with pretty much like the whole entire baseball team and none of them ever gave a fuck. And so it wouldn't be fair for me to be like,
he was friends with the gayest sport.
Fuck you guys.
Maybe they weren't.
Wait, hold on. I remember Jose having a crush on me in biology freshman year.
Listen, bro, I was trying to get good grades, bro.
From
That's
football,
all.
he just wanted a copy of me, so he was like, I'm gonna flirt with him a little, get some good grades.
Hey, bro, I like the way your eyes shine in the light. What's number B?
We were always talking shit to each other, though. Always. We always had something to say to each other.
Wasn't he a good teacher, though, too?
No, I love that class.
Wasn't he a good teacher?
Remember when you always go, Monger, every fucking day? Yes, my last name. He would literally say it to me every day.
I call him by his last name.
Yeah,
that's some football shit, because you know how we call each other last name. Nah, but that class was fun.
What class was that?
Biology, freshman year.
Biology, Peterson.
We had freshman year
My
biology
sister had
together.
him too.
Huh? Oh, your sister?
My sister had him too. And then one day she goes up to me. She's like, "Hey," she's like, "Did you have him too?" And I was like, "Why?" He was like, "Cause she like mentioned you." I mean, he mentioned you, and I was like, "What are you talking about?" He's like, "I had a Jose Solano." She was like, "Is he your brother?" And she was like, "Yes." And he's like, "I remember him." And I was like, I left good impressions on people, dog.
Is that a good thing for her?
No, it was a good thing. I wasn't bad. I wasn't bad.
We were class favorites.
Yeah, we weren't bad. Like, I wasn't bad.
we were interactive students, so like, you know, we would say shit, talk shit, whatever. But like most of the time, it had to do with class discussion, and we would just be really into it and really, you know, observant. But I do remember talking a lot of shit with you freshman year in biology, for sure.
I loved it.
For fucking sure.
Talking shit is such a guy thing.
I am
like
a professional at it.
It's so fun. I feel like chicks aren't good at it.
Oh, I beg to differ.
Is that true?
Bro,
Yes.
have you ever gotten in a fight with a black girl?
Yeah, but I feel like they take it.
You tell me they can't argue?
No. But talking shit in a friendly manner. Girls are the best at it. Cutting it, like talking shit.
Like,
They'd be like, oh my God, you're so pretty. They'd be like, oh my God, you see that fucking bitch? She's so ugly right now.
But
oh
I
my
mean,
God.
guys are like playful talking shit. is what I mean.
Right.
Girls will talk the shit to like.
And you know what's
I'm
funny?
with you, bitch.
You know what's funny is that I feel like okay, so like my mom was the type of like girl that would like know guys, but like she would talk shit to him and like, you know. And that's literally how I am with like most of the straight men in my life. It's literally like we have this love-hate relationship. So like we get along and we're cool, but we will literally argue like at the drop of a hat and like not give a fuck and just go at each other. Yeah, and to me that's amazing. Like to me that's a release of energy. That's a release of frustration. That's like you're being honest, because most of the time that's something that someone would say behind your back or say about you to someone else. And I would much rather them just like talk their shit to me than say that about me behind my back, because that would hurt my feelings more knowing that you're hiding it from me than just literally saying it to my face. I will laugh my ass off. Like when my friends roast me, I literally die. Like I'm literally laughing like so hard because they're usually right and what they're saying is true. And I'm like, I can't be mad at that. You're spilling tea right now. It's funny.
Do you think women are, because you have experienced having female friends way more than me?
So here's my thing about women, because I've had a lot of shady experiences with women, but I've
first
also...
of all, shout out women.
Honestly, I will be the first faggot to say I love so stupid. I love and appreciate women way more than I love and appreciate men. I definitely admire women and care about them way more than I care about men, because honestly, I'm the type where I'm like, protect women at all costs. Like when I'm with my girlfriends in public, if I even so much like see a creep look at her funny or feel some type of way, I'm like, get over here. And I'm like a controlling, like abusive boyfriend. Like I'm like, get over here. And I grab them and I like hold them and I'm like, no, like get the fuck back. Like I am the type to where I am all about protecting women at all costs. And if I see, like one time I was walking down the street and there was this girl in some like leggings walking in front of me, whatever. And I noticed this creep sitting on the bench, turns his phone and starts taking pictures of her ass as she's walking away. This infuriated me so much. He was an older guy too. And I was literally like, you know what? If he wants to press me, I was like, I'll fucking lay his old ass out right here. And so I looked at him and I was all, wow, really, dude? And he was like, what? And I was all, you're a fucking piece of shit. And I was like, stop fucking taking pictures of people. Yeah. And he was like, I wasn't taking pictures of people. I was like, fuck off. And I literally just walked away. Like, I was so done. I was so irritated. I was like, you're lucky I don't fucking tell her right now. Like,
yeah, that's so crazy.
And to me, I'm always, I'm all about women. I'm all about protecting women at all costs. Because, women are a little more fragile. Women are a little more delicate.
100%.
Not saying they can't do what we can do. They're any less capable. But like, in my eyes, women are more fragile, more gentle creatures. And they deserve to be treated with respect.
There's always a limit to something.
Exactly.
I think that's controversial.
I know.
Me too. I'm not saying women are any less capable, but women definitely, like, naturally, men are stronger. Men can overpower a woman.
The likelihood of me getting raped versus like a smaller female
getting raped is
so much
or
more
kidnapped even or sex trafficked, whatever.
Yeah,
I'm
who
not
the
desired.
fuck is gonna kidnap your big ass,
Two,
bro?
I can defend myself.
They need
they're like, nah, he gonna lay our asses out. We can't take him.
They gotta call a towing place. They're like, hey, yo, we got a big one, son. This ain't a regular one, baby.
They're like, yo, he worth a lot of money. We selling him by the pound.
Yeah, that'd be dope.
He got so much meat, bro.
Absurd.
I'm telling you, bro.
No, but honestly, it's true. Women are definitely more targeted. Women are definitely more victims. And I've always been more of a protector over women than anything. Even like when I'm around children, especially like small girls that I'm out with, I always make sure they are right in front of me where I can see them. If they're behind me, I'm like, where are you? Get over here. I'm like, no, I don't even, or even boys too. If there is children around me, I need my eyes on them the whole time. I can't, like, I am all about protecting women and children. Everyone else can fuck off, but women and children are the most, you know, important thing to me because so much bad things happen to both of those categories of people, and it's so sad. And I am the type where I'm like, yeah, I am that bitch. I will stand up. I will say something. I will fucking fight someone, and I'm not afraid of that. Like I'm just not. And so I use that confidence that I have to my advantage to protect other people and protect women and children because they need it the most.
Yeah,
and
100%.
Yeah,
I remember the first time I found out that, like, how real kidnapping is and shit like that. I saw my homie get kidnapped before.
Oh, Jesus.
That shit was wild.
What?
Horrible.
It was wild.
Story time.
Home.
Story time.
I don't want to say his name. He's a little.
Do I
he's
know
a
him?
little
Wait,
younger.
no, I had to say names. You gotta say names too.
Do I know him?
Bleep it out.
I don't think you guys know him, but
Oh, okay, doesn't matter
you want to bleep it out?
Well, I don't, if we don't know him, it's like, would people hearing know
You
him?
might know him actually.
Like, do Cameron and them know
Just
him?
bleep it out.
Nah, then
Don't say it.
yeah, you're good.
All right. So we were walking home from school, elementary school,
Okay.
and I'm a year older than him.
Wait, say his name. I'm kind of curious.
It's
I do fucking know him. You
Yo!
little shit. That's
think
why
you
you.
know.
Oh
Come
my
on, bro.
god.
I know him.
And you knew my friends.
Come on.
Oh my
so
god.
he got I think it was him. I'm pretty sure. I could be remembering wrong, but I'm like 80% sure. So we were walking home. If not, he would know who it is because he was definitely in the group walking home.
He was like, hey, bro.
And we were walking home, and
the story wild, but
and just some guy just came up and grabbed him and ran and started running. And I don't remember who stopped him, but someone fucking like hit the guy, and then he like dropped Benny and like ran away.
Lying.
No,
was he like running towards like a car or something?
yeah, a van. And we were
Oh
like,
my god.
yeah. So I remember the parents all sat us down or whatever because he was a close. Our parents were
On Colette, right?
friends.
Yeah. Because you guys are real
on
close.
Whatever McAuliffe runs along. It's a intersection
Golden.
of Colette.
Golden.
and Colette.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew. Yeah, that's the area that he lives in.
Yeah, he lives in that Riverwalk.
Mhm.
Yo,
So we were walking home.
that's fucking
Wow,
crazy.
that's
Someone picked him up and tried
insane.
running. And then, yeah, I was just like, why? Like, I didn't understand. Like, why?
You didn't get what the fuck was happening.
Yeah, I
You're
was in
like,
shock. I was like, what's
Yeah, that was
going
funny.
on? Yeah, I was like, that's weird.
Yo,
Yeah, that guy was trying to kidnap him. And I was
that's
like,
so
holy
crazy,
shit.
bro.
Why
That's horrible.
Why didn't I get picked?
Because maybe you're 300
Oh, no,
pounds,
he's too
bro.
heavy. We can't get to the van fast enough.
We need 2 vans. When you want to push him and want to put him in. You're like, damn, son.
Dude, my senior year teacher
That manpower.
got fired for fucking student.
Wait, are we talking about?
Hey, hold on.
Hold on. Wait.
Can we do initials? Do you think we would know off initials?
I'll say his fucking name.
Actually,
We're talking about the same person. We're talking about the
okay,
same
we
person.
can say the girl's name too.
I hate that bitch. I don't care.
Oh
No, I
my
don't care. Let's
God.
talk about it.
He didn't hesitate.
No, let's talk about
He
it.
don't
No,
like that
you
hoe.
said we can say a name. I'll say a name.
Bleep
That
those.
bitch. You can bleep it out if you want. I don't care.
Yo.
That's the only name I don't care if you bleep out or not.
Okay,
No.
so
He was my favorite teacher.
I loved him. I loved
he
the
was
shit out of him.
funny. He was cool.
The dumb slut. Oops, I said it again.
Dude, the day he got caught and like, you know, everyone was talking about it in class. This was my first period. So we're all talking about it. And I was like, cause I was loud and like, I was that kid in class. I was the class clown or whatever the fuck you want to call it. And, like,
Makes
so
sense.
like everyone, like I was always talking to him in class and like me and him would talk about
Me too,
whatever.
I was the stoner in class.
Yeah. And Dakota was in that class and I'll talk to him. And then I was
Shout
like,
out
I'm
Dakota.
upset. He didn't once fucking flirt with me like at all, bro.
You fucking bitch.
I'm
Oh my
fucking
god.
upset. He could have
So-
taken advantage of me easy.
Do you want to hear my side of the story?
Yes,
So
I do.
I love that you had him first period, so you get it. You get most of it. So
I think I might have had you for a minute. Were you in third period?
I was in fifth.
Fifth. I don't remember. I had him for one class and I transferred.
So
like,
I had
week.
him for 5th period my senior year, and him and I literally got along so good. I would
so
show
cool.
up to class stoned as fuck after lunch, and we would literally like. Sometimes he knew I was high. He was like, one time he was like, "Why are your eyes so red?" And I was like, I have allergies. And he was like, like, you know, and he knew, whatever. But we would talk, we'd bullshit, you know.
But like high school teachers, just like, okay.
Yeah, he was so
Senior
cool.
year,
But
especially.
you want to know some shit? The cunt we were talking about prior was in my class with me.
Yes.
And since
I've always wanted to hear this perspective.
Since her last name was so close to mine, she always sat next to me. And she's the type of bitch that's like, oh, you're gay? Be my gay bestie. Oh my God. Like, that's totally her. Like, she totally desires having a gay best friend.
Like
whatever.
a movie.
Yeah, and I hate that whole cliche. I hate bitches like that because I'm like, if the only reason you want to be friends with me is because I'm gay, then I don't want to be fucking friends with you because that's not, that doesn't represent me as a whole. Like, you know,
I
you
feel
have
like a
to,
token gay guy.
exactly.
In the group.
Like, I feel like I'm just a possession to you at that point. I'm not your friend. I'm a possession. And so, you know, I was never mean to her because I wasn't mean to people, especially if they were nice to me. Like, if I have no reason to be mean to you, I'm not going to be mean to you. So I'd be cool with her. I'd be cordial. I'd talk to her, whatever. So when we have a sub show up, we're like, okay, whatever, you know, just a sub. But then like the whole week goes on and we have a sub every day. And I'm like, why the fuck we got a new sub every day? And so finally we start asking questions and we're like, why do we have a new sub every day? What happened to our teacher? What's going
You're
on?
asking this question.
Yeah, no, so
he's like sweating.
So no one knows. They're like, oh, literally. They're like, so, you know, he's not feeling good, whatever. Well, then eventually we realized, like, okay, that's not the case. But wait, before I finish the story, let me rewind to a couple months before this substitute situation happens. So a certain student, one that passed away, actually, came to my class one day.
Is it
Yeah, I love that boy. Rest in peace. So I'm so sad, you know. But he came to class one day with one of his friends, knocked on the door. He, you know, opens the door, and they go, "We need to talk to you." So he like steps out or whatever. And we're like, okay. So they're talking, and he was like, "Get out of here." And then they left, and we're like, whatever, okay. So then the substitutes show up. All right. Well, word starts to get out. And so we show up to class one day, and I go, oh, what the fuck is going on? Like, I go, he hasn't shown up. You know, he's pissed, whatever. And she was like, so him and I started emailing each other. And we started talking, and he told me that, you know, he was going to pay for a bunch of stuff for me and my tattoo, my this, my that. He's going to take care of her and all this stuff. Well, one day he invited her back to class after school, and he kind of like, she claims forced himself on her, but I don't fucking believe her because she's a slut. So she probably encouraged it. But he pursued her, whatever, they did stuff. Well, she spilled beans about it. And then that's when, you know, came and, you know, confronted him, but then he like blew it off. Subs show up. Carlton, you remember Carlton, right? Shows up to class one day.
Oh, I remember Carl.
And this is the same day I'm asking her, you know, like, what's going on and what's the issue, what's the tea? Like, and she's telling me all this. He comes into class, fucking guns a-blazing, straight up saying, you fucking did this. You're a slut. You're this. You're that. This is all your fault. And our sub is like, oh my God, whoa, calm down, you know? And I'm literally sitting in my chair like, oh my, like
he walks into class.
Yes, going
like a full-on class.
Is he in that class?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. We were all in
I was
that
about
class
to say,
together.
did he just fucking walk into
No, I know.
So
and I
hardcore,
literally
bro.
cannot believe that this happened with a student in my period with him. Like, and so I'm literally thinking in my head, like, this is the end of our senior year. What does this mean for our grades? What's going to happen? Because we have no legitimate teacher. Like, we have no one to, like, keep us going. And, like, honestly, Mr. such a good teacher. He was so cool. He was so chill. He literally like knew I was stoned every day, but never cared and would talk to me and would interact with me, engage with me, whatever. But after he left, everybody was really upset and they were blaming, so and so for doing what she did. And like at the time, I was just like, I'm not 1000% blaming her because I'm like, it's not entirely your fault. Like, obviously, it takes two to tango, So he probably encouraged it more. She went for it. And then,
he's a dumbass.
He's a dumbass for trying to hook up with an 18-year-old at the school he works at.
Yeah.
And so, but basically, since she was 18.
Was she 18 now?
Yeah, she was 18. So the cops said, legally, they can't do anything, but since the school's policy is that teachers cannot interact with students like that.
What a weird policy.
Yeah.
Who would have known?
No, so he got fired. So they basically told the parents, like, it's a gray area because she's a legal adult. She's not a minor. And he didn't rape her, didn't molest her technically. But she is a student, so he can't work at that school anymore. Probably ever as a teacher ever again, because that's his record. It's on his record. It's on his record. Yeah, no, I hope so too, because even though I don't think he's like a child molester, I still think he.
But I wouldn't want other people.
He preyed on a young girl who he saw that was
almost
legal.
grooming.
Yeah, he groomed her. Yeah, he groomed her. Yeah, no, he groomed her basically. Yeah. But even though she was already 18 when she met him, because she was a year older than us. So
I'm glad that
even if
she was 18, because if she wasn't, then it would be a little bit wilder.
Even if I don't fully morally agree with it, the right move would have been to wait till fucking graduation and then hit her up. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
but that's what I said.
I wouldn't agree with that morally, but that'd be the right.
Did you guys? Here's another lost shirt thing. Here's another lost shirt thing. Did you have Mr. Vega?
No, but I remember that name.
I know the story.
You know the story of Mr. Vega? He after high school, he dated his.
I do know this story.
Student.
Yep.
So
and
it's
she was like class of 2011 or some shit like that, right?
Yeah. So it's like, she's 23 or what? 40 what?
He was 18 when he got with her. She was 18 when he got with her.
You know, it's like. There's that,
but it's legal.
You feel me? Like, but
she's
he
not
did it right?
She's 18. She's an adult. She's a consenting adult.
She's out of school.
There's nothing they can do.
He's not working with her anymore.
Yeah, he played by the rules. Fucked up because he didn't play by those rules.
He couldn't wait. He couldn't wait.
And I'm pretty sure everyone's gonna know who the fuck we're talking about just by the last name of
We're gonna every name is gonna
get beat
go out.
It's
going out.
Okay.
Even his?
Yeah.
Why?
Because like you just said right now.
Everyone's
that gives
know
everything
off
away.
Of his name,
because there's no point of bleeping everything else out and then just bleeping his.
Because she's the only one that wanted to fuck him, so
see, there
you go, right? He's like, wait, but that doesn't count me.
I'll ask you guys tomorrow when we're sober.
She hit me up after that.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yo, that bitch got fat after high school, though. Let's not lie.
Low key.
She got fat as fuck, and her titties are so saggy now.
Into people's lives, son.
Yeah, she's the Pillsbury Doughboy fucking cousin.
That's what happens, bro. That guilty conscience.
Dude, I was so
that guilty conscience.
I was so close to fucking down to like smash, but I was like, you ruined my senior year. You ruined it.
You know them lips are loose, boy.
That's how I like them.
Fuck, bro. God damn it! You don't know how you like them.
He's like, I love an Arby's sandwich.
Your pussy lips remind me of my balls.
Your pussy lips.
We both got saggy parts.
I'm a roast beef.
We both got saggy parts.
I'm a roast beef fan.
I love Arby's.
I love Arby's.
Give me the meat.
Dead.
Oh my lord.
And you got some Jew I can jip this in, motherfucker.
Fuck, bro.
Jesus.
I thought about it, but she ruined my senior year.
The wildest place
I've had sex
that you've had sex in.
I knew you were gonna ask that.
You ask me.
Hey man, I should ask you the weirdest place you've beat off in.
Someone's upset.
I can't believe he's had more pussy than you. This is so fucking hilarious.
He didn't.
He's been closer to you. So technically, hey, please have pussy soon so I can have that over here.
Hey, the next podcast I'll have pussy by then, okay?
When I have you and Jen on,
it's that easy,
I'm gonna be like, yo,
Oh
Ryan,
my God.
listen.
So, the weirdest place I've had sex. Oh, actually, okay, this will be a fun one for you guys. The weirdest, most funnest place I've had sex was at the bleachers at La Sierra High School. After a play,
That's so gay. So gay.
Which I'm not. This name I'm not gonna say at all because I don't want
Say it
anyone
to
to know
us.
this. No.
Not
I
even
can't say it.
us?
No, I can't. No, I can't. Because I just saw this person. I just saw
Whoa.
this person out on a date recently with a female, so I cannot.
Oh, so it's a
say
juicy
this.
one. Whatever.
It's someone that's still battling this. So
Whatever.
this person. It was after a play. We had been talking about it.
Carlos.
No. Oh my god, I wish.
Did you make faces at him when you saw him walking with his girl? You were
No,
like-
he actually said hi to me, and it took me a second. And I looked at him and I was like, "Oh, hi." And the girl, I knew the girl too, which was even more awkward. I was like,
You were
"Hey, like, yeah."
He likes it like this.
I'm like, remember me? You know? No, but
Give
so,
her pointers. He likes it like this.
Bro, that's how they handshake. They
I'll be like, wait, he likes it when you stick your thumb in his butt. No, I didn't say that,
but he does. You don't. We haven't said names, so you can say whatever you need. This is Casper.
Hey, if you're listening,
I've stuck it in the booty hole many times. Okay, many
On him?
times. Yes.
What's his name?
Wow.
No,
So it
I
wasn't
feel
a
like
one
that.
time?
We'll
Bleep
tell you
every
guys.
single name out.
I will type it out, but I'm not because I don't even want this to risk
Oh, wow.
getting missed in the bleeps. Like,
Wow.
no, this needs to be
Okay,
typed
that's
out.
fair.
This is
So,
spicy.
listen,
He doesn't
So-
believe in my editing, bro. I need to show him a few.
So
You know he stuck his dick out in one of the episodes, right? Oh Lord!
wait, I have another hint. I have another hint for him because you already know, right?
I know who he
Oh,
is
okay,
because
okay.
because he tried to get at my girl.
Yeah, there we go. There we go. Okay.
Oh, you don't know who he was?
Yeah.
Not until I said
I'm not
what I
very
said.
good at names.
Yeah.
I need a
Okay.
picture.
So,
He pulled
this
up a
person
picture.
I found
No,
out hooked up with another gay boy from a different school. So I took the opportunity to, kind of message him, befriend him, whatever. So we start talking, and he's like, "Yo, let's hook up." So I'm like, "Okay, when?" So then,
Does he DM you this?
Yes, this is on Facebook. So him and I were like, we're gonna go to this play or whatever. So we're there, and I was like, free to my duties because that was in ASB at the time.
Is this senior year?
Fucking
sophomore year.
nerds,
So-
bro.
Fuck you, shut up. So sophomore year,
These fucking nerds.
I'm like,
Let's do
okay.
a journal together.
I'm like, the event is done, and I was like, you know where the new building was, the 900s?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. So that right between there and the bleachers.
I know exactly.
Hey, quick caveat: the reason I give you a high five was because the 900 buildings is where I had sex.
We on the same page, boo.
Hey.
So we went over there, sucked each other off, and we came,
That's always
whatever.
fun.
And he was like, "Yo, yeah, I'm not gay, whatever." Well, as
Oh, you
time,
said that?
yeah,
Like
yeah, you
after-
can claim that.
After you guys did all this,
Mhm.
like literally right after,
Yes, and then so
as he's cleaning it.
fast forward to like after high school. Guess who's hitting me up again? This is my problem with the whole converting thing because
Yeah.
these dudes sit there and say, "Oh, I want to try it," and then they try it, but then guess who's hitting you up again like a month later to do it again? Yeah,
I'm
you're not
still-
trying it. You're not trying it anymore. You want it at
You
that
double
point. You
dipping,
want
son?
it.
You double
exactly.
dipping.
If you're
Oh,
double
you
dipping,
double
you want it.
dipping.
Still not sure.
So he
I'm
invites
gonna
me
need
over, and guess what he's telling me the whole time before meeting me? Oh, it feels good to stick fingers in your ass. It feels good to, fuck yourself. And I'm like, does it? And so he's like, yeah.
Yes.
Every time I jack off, he's like, I stick my fingers up my ass.
yeah.
And I'm like,
I'm
oh,
gay.
okay.
Hey,
So
hey, he likes it. By
you
the way.
bottom bitch. So wait.
That's
So
gonna be a cut. You bottom bitch.
Fast forward to this moment that him and I are hanging out after high school. He's like, I'm house sitting my friend's house. Come over. I go over before work. I raw dog the shit out of him. And
Holy fuck, you did not have to
this
do the
day,
raw dog, bro.
To this day, He still claims he's straight, still claims he likes women, even though I fuck him in the ass. How does that make any sense? It doesn't. It doesn't make any sense.
Was it a one-time fucking the ass?
No. If he fingers himself, obviously he likes shit up his ass.
Hey, Brandon. So how many times have you shoved your both
Mr.
fingers up your ass? You fucking
How many times did you put your vibrating razor up your ass?
Hey, bro, I bet you throw that shit back, son. Hey, I bet you.
He's like, I'm counting on my toes, too.
Hey, I guarantee you have multiple vibrating toothbrushes.
Do you have a vibrator, Brandon?
I don't.
Get a vibrator.
I might try it.
Do it.
Hey, bro.
You don't have to stick it up there. Just put it on your gooch and your hole. You know,
I'll put it up there.
Bro, that is.
No, I'll lube it up. I got lube. It's okay. I'll be like, hey, why you got lube, Brandon?
One of our podcasts, we said we are gonna buy him one.
Like, I'm so.
Do you want me to bring mine next time? I got one.
I don't want to shit.
I got one. Why
Hey,
not?
bring your biggest
weird.
one.
Why not?
Bring
You
your
need dry
biggest
hump
one.
someone else.
I
Come
want to
on.
share condoms.
I would want you to
with
bring your
us.
biggest one.
I only have
Like-
one. There's not
Okay, that's
like
fine.
multiple.
No context or nothing. Just put it right there.
Do you
Just
clean
like
it?
right in the middle. Just like right there, and we just have a conversation. And never mention
I feel like
it.
his version of cleaning it, he puts that vodka shit.
No,
on
because
And he sucks it off. It's clean.
I take a shot off of it. What do you mean? I'm like,
Hey,
It's as clean as it's gonna
I
be.
got a shot taken off my dick, and that shit.
first of
burns,
all,
bro.
I don't play with my booty
Holy
hole
shit.
unless it's clean. First of all,
Yeah, you got a
I've
shower.
never
What do
even
you
thought
mean?
about that. That's
why?
true. I don't know. I
You're
just, it
nasty.
never
What do
crossed
you
my
mean?
mind.
Because you're straight. Straight men don't.
Oh, because he's never done it. That's
I'm
why.
barely straight.
He's very straight. But like, you know, if you're not like fully gay, then you don't know how to clean your ass right.
Yeah, that's true. I don't
Your
know.
ass is probably disgusting.
Low-key.
I spray my ass clean. I
I
like
ain't gonna
squat.
lie.
Have you
So-
ever water bottle douche? Wait, do you guys know what water bottle douching is?
No.
You don't know what water
I
bottle
take
douching is?
the shower head and I fucking squat over.
Oh,
it.
like
No,
that
that's not the same. That's not
like
the
that
same.
Frank
Asshole.
Ocean song, bro.
I guess I don't know what you're referring
So-
to.
He has a lyric
Water
in there.
bottle douching
Pretty dope.
The
is
shower head.
filling up a water bottle halfway,
Alright.
sticking it slightly in your
Write
asshole,
notes for me.
sticking it slightly in your asshole,
Okay.
squeezing it, and then it sucks everything back out.
Wow.
And
I'm
it,
not
So
Try
you
this
squeeze
later.
it and then you let go.
and it
Like the suction.
sucks
Yeah.
everything out of your asshole.
The vacuum.
It's clean.
Wow. Is that what you do? Or do you actually buy like a
Okay,
real
yeah,
douche?
no. So here's the thing. So I feel like
So I
in
think I've
order
done
for you to
anal
be-
once.
In order for you to be a messy bottom, you literally have to be really
A
loose because
messy bottom.
there's been times where I didn't like douche at all and nothing happened. Like I've never gotten shit on someone's dick. Like that's never happened to me ever. And I don't think I ever will because I'm like but there are certain guys where like they're either loose or like they don't like clean
Fuck.
themselves right and they literally like get shit on your dick. And
Have you ever
it's-
had that on your dick?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh,
Is it the
wow.
fake straight dudes usually?
It has been, but then there's other times where like I
Hey.
hooked up with a gay guy and I
Was
was
it-
like, you're fucking up. I've never had that happen though. I've never had like I've been scared where I'm like, "Are you okay?" And they're like, "Yeah, there's nothing." And I'm like, "Are you sure?" And they're like, "Yeah, it's just lube." And I'm like, "Cool." And you know, we continue, whatever. But like, I've never had somebody pull their dick out and have shit on it. I've literally eaten like fucking Taco Bell and bottomed, and it like did not happen.
Oh my
I'm a champion.
Lord.
I'm a champion. I'm a
This
champion.
is it.
My cousin shares my Amazon and
Do
Ray
he,
did at
do
one
he
point.
be ordering fucking dick pumps and shit?
He ordered a fucking enema pack or whatever, and like a bunch of like gay
Wait, tell me,
outfits.
what is that?
Douche.
It's like it's basically like salviant, whatever. It's a fluid
Solvent.
that you shoot up your fucking ass.
It's a douche,
To
basically.
clean it?
Cleans out, yeah.
Oh my lord.
And he bought like a
basically a
bunch of
douche.
gay outfits. Like he bought a leather like thing and like a fucking gag ball and like a bunch of other
Are you
shit.
into that SMS type shit, right? You would say?
BDSM, you mean? You
BDSM.
said SMS, bitch. We're not texting. BDSM.
Yeah, he's got you there.
No, I am not.
That's how you know I'm into it?
I'm not. So, are you into BDSM?
No.
He didn't even have a fucking
Well,
acronym.
actually,
Yeah, I
the
didn't know
furthest
what
I've
the fuck it
gone,
meant.
the furthest I've gone was I tied one of my exes up with like a cord, like
While
a
she was your
charger
ex?
cord.
Not
No.
even me, bitch.
Nah, like obviously, like
No, I know.
you know. So it was like So I was like, you know, it was in high school.
Whose idea
I don't know
was
if
it?
you knew who
Right.
I was dating in high school, but that's who it was.
Does their name begin with an M?
Yes. So that's who it was. So it was like, you know.
Wait, you're not still dating that person, right?
No.
Because one of their parentals works at my chiropractor office.
Yeah.
And-
Oh, you work with her?
No, I don't work with her, but I go there to get my back cracked.
Oh shit.
And
yeah.
and like, you know, she brought her up to me one day and I was like, and then that person mentioned that they were dating you, and I was like, oh, I do remember now. And then I was wondering, I was like, wait, is he still with her? Or is he not? Oh,
Nah, it's been a while.
I
That was
thought-
just high school, yeah.
right, I thought so. I'm like, that was
Yeah.
like fucking like 5 years ago for us now because we're fucking
Yeah.
old.
That's
But
crazy, isn't it?
I know, right?
Yo,
When
we
did we get so
graduated in
old?
15, yo.
That's
It's
why,
2020.
honestly, like, who fucking cares if they even know these names? What the fuck are these people gonna do to me? They don't even talk to me anymore.
First of all, we're 3 hours in. Ain't nobody gonna give a fuck.
At this point, yeah.
At this point, yeah.
We're actually
2.5
2 hours and 28 minutes in.
Yep.
This has been honestly, I'm really enjoying this right now.
This is
I'm
great.
really-
We're
I'm
still,
here for this
we can
moment.
keep going until you're done, by the way.
I got all night, boo.
Where's about at?
You want a shot?
We still start. Oh, you still got plenty,
Holy
son.
shit. No, he doesn't, bro.
I know, but I'm saying like for the podcast, you still got plenty, but that shit's almost gone, yo. You're a fucking freak, my guy.
Right?
Hey, yo,
That's me.
okay, I'm just gonna say this. Last time we tried to invite you, what did you tell me? What did you tell me, you fucking
I did a bunch
freak?
of poppers. I can't hang.
Bro, he's like my asshole. It just drops.
I was prolapsed that weekend. So
Hey, yo.
what happened was,
Hey, yo, he's a. That's a glizzy gladiator, son.
okay, so I literally woke up at like 4 p.m. that day. I was not ready. I was not prepared. I was a ball of anxiety. So I was like, give me till next week. And then when you hit me about it, I was like, okay, yes, I'm ready. And honestly, now that I'm doing it, I'm like totally down to do this again. Like,
Yo,
have me
the
on
next
here
time it's
anytime you
100%. It's
want.
gonna be with you and Jen.
I'm
So,
down.
because
I'm
I
down.
have to have you, and then I'm gonna have her individually, and then I'm gonna have both of you.
Yes.
Because I need to have that banter between both of y'all.
Yes.
Because the best banter is between friends that know each other. So it's like that's how it goes, you know.
So, did you have a good time that night before? I'm guessing. You woke up
Oh,
at
I
fucking
was
4.
fucked up. I was definitely fucked up. Like,
Do you remember the night?
Yeah, no, I remember most of it. I was, you know, being extra,
Naughty.
getting, you know, partying out, getting
Naughty.
fucked up. And I literally slept in so late that day that I felt like I had nothing left of my day. So I felt like I was going to leave and like, you know, not do anything. But today I woke up a little earlier and,
Or you text me pretty early. I was like, oh.
yeah, because I hadn't slept. So
That's how early it was. Son.
yeah, so I basically woke up like, you know, today I was like, you know what, I'm ready. And I promise. And when I make a promise, I'm true to it. Like if I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it. So I was like, let's do next week for sure. Like I will definitely do next week for
Me and
sure.
we're not. I don't know. I think it's for lack of a better word, offended or whatever. We were cracking up because he was telling me he's like,
Bro, I was like,
bro, this guy said he
dude.
just woke up and it's 4. I'm like,
Yeah,
bro.
no, no, I literally woke up
I
at
was
like
like,
4.
yo,
and
you know
was
what he
like-
texted me? I literally read him a text. I was like, wild night last
I
night.
genuinely no.
I was like, do you know what that means being a gay
I
guy?
genuinely felt bad. I genuinely
bro.
felt bad for that. No, I
Nah.
literally felt bad. But no, I knew I was gonna make up for it as long as you guys allowed me to. So I was like, okay, if they let me make
No
up for
biggie.
it, I'll make up for it.
I was ready
you know?
to lay down towels for you. I didn't know how wild that night. I was like, I don't know if you could sit. Or,
No, I
bags on
definitely
hold.
love doing stuff like this.
like, oh,
And
shit,
I definitely
bro.
love, you know, having talks and doing all that. So I'm
God.
definitely here for this anytime, especially now that I've done this once. I can definitely do it again for sure.
It won't matter. When you wake up tomorrow and you start thinking about this, just realize
I'm
it's
gonna
most
remember all
likely
this.
gonna go up Wednesday. So if you have anything you want to take out, just let
Oh,
me know.
Wednesday? You got me on hold till Wednesday?
yeah.
So all Tuesday it's all editing, and then by Wednesday it should be uploaded.
He's gonna wake up with He's like, the names I dropped. He dropped so many names. I dropped so many names.
I'm like, I
got
better
that
hear
shit.
a bunch of bleeps in there. I swear.
No, you dead ass are. If they make it this far, all you're gonna hear is, "Hey, bro, eat," and then she eat. Oh shit, bro.
She's a dumb slut.
Bro, they're gonna be like, "Who is this, yo? Who is this?" I'm like, "I don't know, man. Talk to him."
I can't wait to share this podcast and piss all the fags off. I can't wait.
I'm gonna give you a few clips of like let's say
your favorite parts.
Yeah, like just fucking, just shit that made us laugh. Like when you were like, "Fuck that bitch," beep beep beep.
Oh
you
no,
know?
honestly, you can, no.
Like,
whatever
I'll send
I
you that.
say during this, you can share whatever you want. If I'm displaying my voice to you,
But whatever
right now, then
I'm saying whatever you want to share though, because it's like, because certain shit
Share
obviously
whatever you
pops
want.
shit
Literally
off.
share whatever you want. I'm not.
For me, it's gonna
like-
be. I already know I'm gonna put up the video of you saying the sluttin.
Oh, the slang?
Clean,
Of
bro.
course.
I'm
You
just
better
out here
trademark me.
slutting.
That's all I know. You better fucking trademark
Yeah,
me.
all of a sluttin', like
All
that
of a
shit was
sluttin'.
clean, bro. That shit was nice. That's what the podcast is gonna be called.
I love that. All of a
Episode
sudden,
19.
Yeah.
All of us sluttin'.
All of a sudden, we have a fag on our show.
Hey,
You
bro,
said
he
it,
could
not
throw
me.
it. He could throw it. Chill.
Get nervous.
For
every
real, when
time.
people
You
come
guys
back-
have literally been saying that the whole time. He's like, wait, he could say it. He could say it. He could say it.
It's because we haven't had one. That's my one throwing. That's my soft throwing, yo. That's as hard as I'm gonna get.
I fucking hate you.
But hey, at one point, people are gonna say, "You guys aren't diverted enough. You guys aren't this." Okay,
Diverse, you
we've
fuck.
had a black dude. We've had a gay dude.
Are we just getting token people?
We got
Like-
a paisa right
Yeah,
here.
we're
We got a
getting
fucking
token
paisa,
people.
a
Am I
white
not good
boy,
enough
and a
anymore?
faggot right here. We got all three. You got everything mixed up.
Or
you know?
AKA white person. But whatever.
Excuse me, I'm not entirely white, sir.
Oh, first of all, I was gonna ask you, what is your ethnicity, sir?
So
Because your eyes
I am
clean,
Size art now.
clean.
German, Mexican, and Spaniard.
Alright.
What in the fuck?
Yep.
All conquerors.
I'm a mutt. I'm third generation, baby.
Yeah, I'm a mutt too.
Third generation.
Third
from-
generation.
Oh fuck.
hmm
Is that an earthquake?
It might be my leg.
Oh my god.
That might be me shaking.
I shake my leg a lot.
Oh, okay, yeah, definitely. No, that was definitely. I was
Damn, son, you're a nice dirty mutt.
like, I am. No, I am. Yeah, no, I am. I have the most like bougiest races you can mix together.
I would pick you up at the kennel.
Yeah, I
Thank
would
you.
too.
Yes.
Oh, that one's nice.
They're like, this dog
That
is
one got
real
a diamond
cute.
on his tooth.
I'm like, hold up, wait, no. My favorite part is that I have light eyes,
Mm.
olive tan skin, and dark hair. So all my features complement each other. And that's what I love about being in third generation. It's like, I hate when people are like, oh, you're white, you're just white. And I'm like, no, I'm not just white. And don't categorize me under something just because I'm a third generation American and I grew up in American culture and I've been taught American culture.
Mm.
That does not erase my ethnicity, or that does not erase my my ethnicity, I guess.
Your culture.
Yeah, my culture. It does not erase my culture. And I still have that a part of me, no matter what. Like, I don't burn in the sun like a white person. I'm not pale. I don't have blonde hair. I have dark hair. I have light eyes, but I have tan skin. So
I feel like that too.
yeah,
I
and
gave
it's like
up though.
you can't sit there and categorize me as, oh, you're just white. You're just white. It's like, well, no, I'm not just white. Just because I'm mostly American and I'm a third generation American does not mean that I'm entirely white and I'm full European, because I'm not. I'm not full European. I have other ethnicities mixed into my bloodline.
Yeah.
And it's not fair for someone to try to erase that from me. That's not cool.
Wish I had those balls. I
Well,
don't.
for me, it's because it's like my dad is half Hispanic. My dad's
Yeah.
half, he has that in him. So it's like, to me, well, how can you take that away from me? How can you
Yeah.
erase that from me? Just
My mom's
because I don't know
Mexican.
Spanish, it's like, yeah, exactly. Like,
My
that doesn't
grandpa
make you
doesn't
any
speak
less
English.
Mexican. And honestly,
So-
there's Mexicans with light skin. There's Mexicans with pale white skin and light eyes.
Mhm.
Doesn't make them any less Mexican. They're still Mexican. Like
Those are Jose's favorite.
Mexican girls?
white girls.
Nah, Mexican girls, bro. We didn't even know nothing about English.
Well, you were with M word and she was pretty-
N-word.
I
was like, first of all.
Somebody clip that.
M word.
Yeah. Yeah, so you know
Like
how I like
Eminem,
them.
M.
Yeah, you know how I like them. I like them straight up Mexican.
She's light.
Like,
Very
well,
light.
She's
like white
half
girl
Mexican and her mom was super white. Yeah.
Yeah, I know her mom.
Yeah, so she was.
I know her
yeah,
mother.
Yeah, so it's like, you know. it
Right,
was
so
that.
she was half though. But also, like I said, that does not make her any less because if you have it in you, you have it in you. And honestly, no matter how dark you are, remember how you said you were a little skater boy, straight hat, straight whatever.
Exactly, like you change, right?
You grow up in America, you learn American culture, and you act American. But that does not strip away your other races. That does not strip away your ethnicity. That does not strip away you being Mexican. Just because you grow up in America and you know American culture doesn't make you any less Mexican or doesn't make you any less ethnic.
Don't you ever forget that. You pinche
Imagine
torta.
if I showed up in my chanclas today.
He's whiter than us.
You can't
Little
tell him I
E-boy,
showed up in my
little
fucking
E-boy.
chanclas, bro. I showed up in my chanclas that I bought in Mexico, my guy.
Those
Come on,
chanclas
bro.
are mad
He's all, I call them chanclas because I have to.
Bro, they're like those
proving
open
a
ones that
point.
have like the little thing. Like, come
Nah,
on, bro. They
those-
look nice,
those
bro. They
chanclas
look pretty
are paisa,
nice. They're fucking paisa as shit.
You almost got deported.
I had pictures, because I was in Mexico. I had pictures of me in like a plaid shirt. It's tucked in. Plaid. It's tucked in.
See how Mexican he is?
What the fuck was that?
My boots are a little pointy, right? Like shit like that.
Dude, you
I got
do
a
not have
cowboy
those
hat.
boots. You don't have those boots.
I have a
do
cowboy
you?
hat. It's a little pointy. Not super pointy,
Dude,
but it's a
get
little
those.
pointy.
Get those for me.
I could not get them curly, bro.
Those are the most Mexican boots I've ever seen in my life. Have you seen those?
Then maybe you're whiter than I thought.
Oh, I'm white. Trust me. Ask them. I was supposed to be, but then I wasn't. Like how he was supposed to be gay, but then he wasn't. Same thing.
He's like,
Same
hey,
thing.
hey, I don't like your girlfriend.
Avril Lavigne
I know
loving
that song.
motherfucker. I know that
knew
song.
you did. I knew
Come
you
on,
fucking
son.
did.
I was a rocker back then. That Foo
I
Fighters
knew
type
you
shit.
did.
This guy knows more white music than you.
Bro, nothing but drums and
He's like,
headbanging.
I only wear Vans.
Vans was the shit, bro. I used to wear Vans that had the same colored laces as my shirt.
I only wear Adidas now.
Those were actually nice.
Is there a reason for that or just the...
They're just the most comfortable,
I fuck with
honestly. Yeah,
Adidas.
like they're the most comfortable shoes I've ever worn. So I'm like, fuck it, I'll wear Adidas.
I agree.
Yeah.
Shout out Adidas.
Shout out
Sponsor
to
if you want
Adidas.
to.
Shout out Converse.
Yo, they gave me a discount, so I'm gonna give them a shout out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, honestly, it got 3 pairs of shoes for $118.
Holy
What
shit.
the
Three
fuck?
pairs. 3 pairs.
That's what's up.
That's good.
Some shitty ass
That's real
pairs.
good. No, you little bitch. Absolutely not.
Those shoes were woven by your people, bro. Some respect.
That's how I know they shitty because they're not made in China.
You need to stop it right now.
Your fucking aunt worked on those.
Right now. Your
some
Tia
respect.
worked on those.
Is this why my family has money?
Oh my god.
Are you paying their mortgage, Ryan?
Apparently I do.
Oh Lord, have mercy.
You're horrible.
Well, 2 hours, 40 minutes. Want to wrap it up?
Have we really been talking this long?
Yeah.
That long.
Oh my
bro.
god. Okay, well, my closing words.
Please.
This has been wonderful. I will definitely do this again.
definitely have you again.
You little fag sluts better invite me back.
Sluts.
You little fag sluts better invite me back to do another podcast because I love,
Fuck, I don't know if fag sluts should be the episode.
shooting
Nah.
the shit with you guys.
I don't even think YouTube will allow that.
Fag sluts.
Peace out, baby. Yeah. Peace
Yes.
out.
Shout out all the
guys.
gays.
Bye.
Thank you, man. It's fun. Thank you. We're out.
Hey.